We are back, guys. Welcome back to the podcast with no working title yet.
We did this last week, and it turned out well, so we are back again. And we actually have topics this time. We know what we're going to talk about.
We also have a guest feature who is actually not a guest because he works here.
Sick.
Everybody welcome Rich to the channel.
Hi, I'm Rich Robles. Thank you.
Woo! For those of you guys that don't know us, my name's Yusuf.
Harjan.
I'm Adam. And obviously,
And again.
you just met Rich.
And for those of you guys that do know us, our names are still the same.
I've been thinking about changing it.
You should.
It's going to be Nissan.
Knee and sand.
Nissan.
And
Broke.
today we have
Last name
some.
Nissan. First name broke.
Today we have some very pressing topics, including a sneak peek at SEMA, which isn't really a sneak peek. It's
not
kind of
Yeah, SEMA is on now. If you're
SEMA's
watching this,
happening
if you're watching this live,
this
SEMA
week.
is like just opening
Yeah.
to the public right now.
Door just opened.
If you're
1
watching
minute
this
ago.
later on YouTube, you've probably been watching SEMA coverage of some kind. If you're watching us, you're interested in SEMA. We got some sneak peeks or some quick looks at some of the cars during setup from our guys that are there. Sadly, no SEMA for us this year, but it's nice here, so we'll deal. We have lots of pictures of some of the coolest stuff and some of the weirdest stuff at SEMA, and then we're going to look at some of the worst stuff as well. I think those are, you said the worst stuff is from years past mostly.
You got
Yeah,
your-
so-
you got your car there?
Ouch. Yeah, and the best stuff.
Yours too?
So there's a Facebook group called SEMA Fails that has like 400,000 members, and every year people just post kind of like the shit that they see at SEMA that is
Oh,
like-
like the trash.
like the
Bluetooth
Bluetooth
drive
drive
shafts.
shafts or the welding or the paint jobs, like actual, like you look at it and you're like, what the, like my 1-year-old nephew can do better type deals. So we're going to look through those, see some of the fails, talk about them, and then we'll also see some of the good from this
Yeah,
year.
first the good stuff. Do you have access to this? Are you the one who's going to be bringing us up the?
Yep,
our
so I have them up
examples?
on my screen.
You want
Big
to start
shout
with
out
the
to
good stuff
Kevin,
already?
Luke.
Yeah, we need to start off
Mikey,
with one
everyone.
good thing.
Yeah,
Hey.
we'll start with the good stuff. We can get to the roasting later.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
This is sick.
Castrol
wicked.
livery, we're already in a good spot.
And this
Center
is kind of like
exhaust.
a Celica GT4.
Yeah,
Wait.
dude, wait till you see the front. The
Wait,
front end
wait.
of this looks wicked.
Is this a Celica GT4 but in an 8.6?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a picture of the front end.
Can we see more of this?
More.
No.
Help.
But, dude,
We
I
cannot.
feel like SEMA, though, a lot of the times you see cars that look fucking sick, but then they don't run. Like, they're just pushed into the
Yeah,
freaking...
this
Well-
runs. We got a good video of this. This is our TBG winner from
Yeah.
the recent season. The
He's at our
V12
booth,
Subaru
yeah.
Mr.
at our
John,
booth.
yep.
If you're there at the show, definitely go by the PASMAG booth. It's in the central hall, and the booth number
Stand by.
is in my phone. I have to look it up.
Failed.
Yep. So I don't know the stuff at the top of my head
Booyah.
when I'm not there.
You got this, Chief. Oh, he has a Samsung. Sorry, it's a bit
Super
slow.
Our actual booth number is 20766. You can go see the V12 Subaru in person.
Yeah, we're pretty close to HKS. If
Wow, wow.
you guys are in the area, you know.
Hey, no free plugs. Beep that. Beep.
997 RWB, 993 RW. Oh, yeah, 993.
R1 Concepts is just
R1.
full of Porsches.
Yep.
Cool.
That 993 is actually from New Jersey. I got the chance to see it at Import Expo, New York City this year. It's
Was it
pretty
good?
cool. Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's called like Goku or something because of the color.
I
So,
respect
yeah,
it.
something like that.
I respect
I
it.
do like that.
We're more
Should
V12
we start
Subaru.
again?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
see, there you go.
What?
That
This
looks
rocks.
fucking wild.
That's,
So it's an old
that's tough.
Castrol GT4 inspired
Yeah.
8.6.
Yeah, that's tough.
I am on board.
Just in
All
time
the
for
way.
the new Celica to come out.
Right?
Damn.
America. And
Is
an
it-
F40.
Yeah,
I didn't
an
see
F40.
anything after the white F40.
Did you guys hear about the TJ Hunt controversy with the Mustang? Not his body kit isn't allowed in SEMA
Why?
on his Mustang. Well, we'll get to that after.
Oh boy.
Knockoff.
Legal issues?
We'll get to that after.
Isn't that stupid freaking that movie? What was
no,
that movie?
not the Gone in 60
No.
Seconds Eleanor controversy.
Yeah, the
That apparently got settled in court after a while, and now you can, in fact,
Yeah.
Yeah.
make and nickname your
Because I
Mustang
remember
Eleanor.
B is for Build. He had.
Suck it, Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, B is for Build. You did that, what, a couple years ago?
Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
got
he's the one
all
who went through it.
They took his
Yeah.
car,
They're
yeah.
the ones that went through it.
He walked so we could run.
Supra, 997 mid Subaru, and Hyundai.
Is that another
That's a good looking Subaru, honestly. I'm not like
It's definitely a Subaru.
fan, but it looks good. Damn, boy. It's kind of small on the screen, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Ooh, Black 993.
Okay.
That
Hot
R1.
take.
Mhm.
RWB is super overdone at this
Hot
point.
take. You're an idiot.
They're kind of everywhere.
There's just too many of them.
There are.
And they're not that like they're cool. Don't get me wrong. The coolest ones are the very first, the Stella Artois, because it was like rough and raggedy. There's just too many. They all look the same. I'm seeing 100 RWBs.
Adam drives a 240 with a Type X kit and bad fitment. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, and it's still cooler than your
Hey.
RWB Porsche.
I like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice
that a
New
Prius.
Prius.
I'm a
on-
fan.
On fire.
New
It
Prius
looks
and
good.
a front plate is crazy.
What rims are those?
I don't know.
Not good wheels.
Not good.
That's too many
How much
spokes.
offset is he running in the rear?
Not good wheel
Holy.
and tire combination in general.
Ooh,
That's
No,
tough.
40 is nice.
That's tough.
yeah.
Oh, a Nosatec. It's a wrap. This is like the a Nosatec
Oh, it's
gloss
their
sand.
F40. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
They did
pink
the
last
pink
year,
one.
yeah.
Yep. It's whatever. Oh, God.
Oh,
This is my favorite so far, and it's not even close.
Wasn't this from a
That's so
video
sick.
game? Like aside from it doing its rally campaign.
I'm not
Like
sure.
this exact car? Or
No,
do you
no,
mean
the-
like
the-
the old Celica
Yeah,
with the
the,
Castrol thing?
yeah.
It's definitely been in video games. It was also like a rally icon of WRC and American Rallycross.
yeah.
Factory-backed rally cars are the shit. Excuse my language.
Oh, solo.
Oh,
cup.
I know that. That thing's cool.
It is cool.
What is that? A Fiero?
C4.
Yeah, it's
C4
yeah.
Corvette.
Oh,
C4 Vet.
A Fiero. Oh,
Ouch.
Damn.
that hurts.
If you're watching, I apologize on
hurts.
Hard John's behalf.
If you're watching this and have any beef with what he said, at Hardjohn on Instagram, you can take it up with him.
2 A's.
I'm gonna be fighting a bunch of old guys.
Oh, it's on the OEM Mark IV wheels.
Yeah,
Three-piece
I
converted.
like this thing. I've seen this. This is the one that made me kind of want a C4. I
Adam's
wouldn't
also a
put it on
boomer.
there. C4s aren't for boomers anymore.
I woke up and chose violence against Adam.
What is that?
Mark V
Batmobile?
Supra
What?
Oh,
on a tow truck.
I can't see anything.
it looked like a Batmobile to me.
Oh my god, I wonder if he has an intake downpipe and tune and a Burble tune.
And
okay.
the CSF radiator, apparently.
And Rays. We like Rays.
I like the color combo of the wheel and the body, but I don't know. It's not my thing.
No.
Is that like an actual?
I'm sure it's
Advan
nice.
livery,
I'm
or
sure it
is
drives
just-
great.
It's a terrible take on an
It's an
Advent. livery.
Advan.
It is, right? Because
Type
it follows the
livery.
exact same thicker lines in the back.
It looks like I explained Advent livery to somebody over the phone
Who is colorblind?
who's colorblind and has never heard of the company Advent.
New
Okay.
Z.
HAS booth.
Oh. I'm actually curious to see what happens with these new Zs. I think there's a ton of potential.
Oh, this is Mackin's booth.
And I think they
Yeah,
look cool.
is this looks like Rays?
How do you
Yeah.
guys feel about the new Z?
I like them because they have the VR30 DGCT. My dad has a Q60S with the same motor.
Mhm.
To be honest, he doesn't maintain his car.
Are
And
they
like,
slightly different once they're in this car?
I think they're like just about the same, to be honest. I think it's like B58s, how they're all like very mildly, slightly different if they're an
Okay.
SUV verse. But his car's at 200,000 kilometers with like not much maintenance.
Yeah,
and
I think
they
they're
take it
actually
a
like
champ.
very good. AMS performance. This is now last SEMA. They were making jam out of these things. They already had like a 700 horsepower package just chilling. And like
crazy.
stock block.
Damn.
Yeah, that was their big release last year.
Yeah, they had the 500 in the booth. They were working on a 700 and like above. They were going for 1,000 eventually. And they like torture test them. They bring them out in the desert and like drive the brakes off them and it's still going.
My only issue with the new Z is that the interior is the exact same as the 3.
It's a 370Z.
It's a 370.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the whole car is a 370Z that looks like a cool old Datsun.
I love the exterior look of it.
Yeah, me too. That's where I'm on board.
I'm not a fan.
No?
No,
I think it needs
looks-
a little bit of work in the front, but there's kit and lip options that can address the
It looks
weirdness
too
of it.
plain to me. Like I feel like the Supra is kind of like the rear end of the Supra looks aggressive. Like it's kind of sporty.
The
rear
old
end of the
Supra
Z,
or the new one?
The new
New.
one. The new one.
Yeah.
Just compared
My
to-
issue is the
I'm not a
interior.
fan of the new Supra.
At all, period?
At all. Zero. Like,
It's kind of grown on me. I didn't like it at
Yeah, I
first.
think
I
it
like
did
it.
a lot of growing. I'm waiting for the Z to grow on me as well.
My thing is with the Z, the interior is terrible.
Yeah, it's out of the same budget bin that they've built every G and.
That's what the issue is.
370Z
If they
and-
were to do something, if they were to like part bin it out of a R35 GTR, for example, like then it would be a pretty sick interior. But like
Right.
they just
Yeah.
didn't, and I feel like they had the ability to do either way.
when they made the Nismo, they missed a big opportunity to do that. Like use R35 knobs or something.
Because they're not that they're like $600 a month to lease out. Like they're very reasonable if you want to get into one. But the issue is, I would rather pay $630 a month versus $600 and have a nice interior. Like
Yeah.
that would entice me to get one.
Facts.
Well,
Nice
speak
fit.
of the devil.
Nice Fitment Chief.
Ooh.
meh.
Doesn't do anything for me.
That's kind of cool. It's the Doc Hudson livery from Cars.
Oh, I thought it was
I
the
get it.
other car. Really? I thought it was the other blue one, the one that beats Lightning McQueen.
Chickets?
Yeah. Wait, just Cars 3, blue car. It's like the Dino something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there you go.
43. Yeah, there you
Good
go.
job.
Daytona?
Dynaco.
All right. I see where you're
All right.
going. Interesting choice of platform to take that direction, but do you?
Booyah.
Back to this
Wait,
thing
what was
again.
that yellow thing beside?
Was that a
Prius?
Supra?
S2K?
Is that
No,
a
that's
Mark V?
Supra.
Is that a Supra? Oh, Rich, you like
No,
it?
I
Oh,
was
you
just
thought
trying
it was
to see
cool.
what it was. Just trying to see what it was.
He's getting inspiration.
Big Supra lover.
34
over here.
GTR Millennium Jade.
Okay, these new whatever Mark
Prius?
do they say it? Whatever the new generation.
Wait,
of Prius is,
Mark 5.
super good looking vehicle. I can't hate.
If
on
you
it.
Google Mark 5 Prius, what comes up?
Some weird Frankenstein shit.
Yeah, it's Mark 5.
Oh, okay, they look good, man.
You tell people, oh, what'd you
I
drive? You're
see
like,
them
"Oh, I
on the
have a Mark
road all
5."
the time now. and
Mark 5.
Every time, like, oh, that's nice. How crazy that it's next to a Millennium Jade, I think.
34
or
GTR.
34 GTR, and I'm like, look at the new Prius.
My issue is, so one of my friends is a big Mark 4 Jetta and Golf guy. And whenever he's like, oh, I saw this sick Mark 4, I get really excited. Or if
Supra.
we're in the car together, I'm like, oh, like, he's like, oh, Mark 4. And then it's just a freaking 2-liter Jetta. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you better calm down, VW people.
Oh,
Okay. Paint sick.
Not an RWB.
997.
Sick.
Is that?
I think it's a 6 with a 7 rear end because I'm just looking at the interior, but I'm not sure. That is not that car.
No, I was looking at the front end. Like,
That's
the
the
front
Alt
bumper
New
is
kit.
really weird. More RWBs. Okay,
More
that
some-
thing's awesome. I'm super on board
The
with how weird
Fiero?
it is.
Yeah.
It took a lot of custom work to get to that point, you know? I see a presumably fast Honda Civic.
Presumably. Okay.
Sick. Oh, we got a video of this thing? Click. Yes, please.
Oh.
Center exhaust.
The center is
super
sick.
tough.
Man, that spoiler is dirty.
That spoiler would look so bad if the car is
Oh,
like,
this is
low.
in
but-
Toyota's whole thing, eh? Wow, cool.
Is that a, oh my god, is that the 3-cylinder in it?
Shut up. Really?
Well, that's not a boxer engine cover.
Yeah, I just don't know what engine it is.
That looks like the 3-cylinder.
Yeah, it's their...
Oh, that is so good.
Oh my god, do you think it's all-wheel drive? Because it's transversely, or longitudinal, whatever it is. Yeah, transverse mounted.
Throwback to all the
Oh,
times
yeah, it
I've
has to
asked
be
Toyota
all-wheel drive.
reps
You're
to
right.
Put that engine in that car, and now it exists.
Sound? No sound?
No sound.
There you
Oh,
go.
some sound. I don't think he can rev the V12 in the...
I think they would get mad.
The hazards.
They
are
can
little-
when what is it, 5 p.m. on
4
Friday?
PM.
Or is it
4
4
Friday.
p.m.?
The early exit. When you can't breathe in the convention center.
You guys didn't mention what it is.
It's
Oh,
a
we mentioned
V12
at the beginning,
Subaru
yeah,
from
the V12.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, has the motor out of a Toyota Crown.
At this point, the whole internet has seen it.
Supra, Miata.
Yeah, the Miata's wheels look massive.
Let's show the Miata
That thing
outside.
again.
Video.
Interesting. Okay, this is just somebody dumping their memory card.
Thank you to Mikey for these photos. Oh,
Ooh. Oh,
What?
this is B for build. This was his.
Oh, this is a
Mercy?
new one that he
Yeah.
was working
what do you guys
on,
think
right?
about the Swan neck wing on a Mercy?
I want to see it up close. To me, it's kind of small.
The render of this thing looked legit.
I
Yeah.
don't hate it. I still like Murciélagos somewhere deep down. My inner child.
Oh, a GT.
I don't like the
Oh,
front end.
That's a terrible front end.
What?
It looks like a
rough.
Reventon, but like, it looks like he forgot to pump his front tire before he brought it
Whatever's
into the
going
shop.
around the headlights is not cool.
No.
The front. I actually don't hate the front bumper. It looks better than most of the Murciélago front end.
It looks like a.
You should put those eyelashes.
Like a Rebecca.
Yeah.
Just put the eyelashes on there.
The Beetle eyelashes.
It looks like you bought this guy off of Wish.
The Timu Rebenton. That used to be my favoriteest car when I was young.
My
thought that
favorite
was
is
so
car.
Our writer, everybody.
Words are hard.
And oh,
Damn.
Whoa. Okay, getting better.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's hot.
On air though, probably.
Ooh, which one are you guys taking, left or right?
Right.
8.6.
I'm going left.
Yeah, you would.
Wait, what kit's on it? Is that like Varus? Something?
Zero clue.
I can't tell from here. Everything's really small on this screen from back here.
And that is our sneak preview at SEMA before
That's
the
it?
doors
All
open.
right. All right.
That's everything.
The photos that we got, yeah.
We have so many
It's
more.
our intel. End of our intel.
Pull up our article, just so we can talk about some of the things that people that are there can go see. Because I noticed none of those are on there. Which
Well, I
was-
feel like all the cars didn't move in yet.
Distributors didn't find them.
Well, Tried
The
Pass
photo
was
of the Supra.
Tried Pass was locked down until 10 minutes ago,
Yes.
15 minutes ago.
Adam, would you like to discuss this vehicle?
Yeah, that comes up later in the thing. Actually, the Supra in general is going to be really cool. Like Mark IV Supras, I don't know, it's kind of all been said and done with the platform. Not, nothing against them. I'm not a big Supra guy, but I love them in general.
Sick.
They are cool. But that one has been like being built for, I think he said like 16 years. It's like a guy who's owned it forever, and he's been building it piece by piece. He's got like custom one-off carbon fiber parts from Sabon, like one of one carbon inlays and carbon body parts and whatever have you. So it's like a full...
Unpopular opinion, 16 years is too long for any build. I don't care how nice it is.
Yeah, well, maybe he works a lot. Might have been deployed. What was that first one? It's a Datsun, right?
Yeah,
Keep this up for a minute.
kind of boring.
I think it'll be cool. It's a K-Swap or KA.
K24, kind of
Yeah,
boring still.
In a B210. I think it'll look cool if the bodywork does it justice. I just like old Datsuns.
See the
Boxy
one
old Datsun.
Steph Papadakis built
When?
for this SEMA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in the Enios booth, and it's an EV.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That was his personal car.
It was a Datsun something or other?
So, I'd like to think so, but I could be completely wrong.
Man, I like that trend though, where people are taking like classic cars and then just converting them to EV. Like it is satisfying.
Oh yeah, Toyota.
Oh, it's a Toyota.
Who's this guy?
Oh, Celica.
Who is this guy?
Papadakis with
Says
it.
the young man.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you have the Mustang with the cool glass roof. We talked about that last time.
The right-hand drive.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's an EV, bro. Looks like it has a pretty sweet engine in it.
Oh shit. Oops. Can we swear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed.
It's actually recommended.
Unfortunately,
That you
this is Rich's last day of employment.
Pick a finger.
Celica, okay.
What's yeah?
Okay.
Where's the This is Sean Bassett's. This is probably the thing I was most excited for about this SEMA. I cannot wait to see it in person. These are just the renders. It's a V12 old Celica, and it's built by Attacking the Clock Racing, so it's like going to be very, very functional and like a lot of cool engineering bits, like a lot of serviceability and drivability in mind. Putting it together, those are like. I'm a big fan of Attacking the Clock Racing, so anything that.
Now
comes out
that
of it
car
is gonna be cool.
is going in Toyo Tread Pass.
That'll be in the Tread Pass.
and
yes.
he's been in what 2 years in a row? Because he had the K truck
He's
last
the one
year.
who had one of our most famous articles, the K truck.
Yeah.
One of the most popular features, like time attack K truck, and then even years prior, his Datsun was like an internet breaker.
Damn.
He
But to
builds a lot
get
of cool
into
stuff.
Tread Pass,
Exactly.
multiple years like
Yeah,
that,
you gotta.
that's
The
just-
quality of the build is obviously going to be there. I cannot wait.
958 Cayenne. I like these.
Oh hell yeah!
That's all.
Overlanding Porsche. So
Yeah.
little known secret. I know you know this because you had one. A first generation Cayenne is one of the most off-road capable vehicles ever made. They're literally one of the best off-road vehicles ever. Not a lot of people know that. People that do know are probably mad at me right now because I'm driving up the price of them just by talking about how good they are. So
This is a second gen.
that guy, yeah. So he wanted to see if the second gen can live up to the heritage of the first with all the off-road capabilities. So he's built this overlanding version.
Interesting.
This was pre-SEMA, so there's a lot that's happened since these photos. I imagine it looks pretty cool. That's something we'll definitely be following up with in weeks to come. It'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I've had both a 955, so I had a first gen Cayenne Turbo S,
Hell yeah.
and then I had a second gen with
That's
a
for sure.
VR6.
Okay. What? I assume the S was leagues above.
Kind of. 20 liters per 100 of premium.
Oh no.
The interior
that
quality
hurts.
was just. But honestly, like whenever, because I did have the SUV whenever I needed to tow my car to or from the track, whatever it may be. The Turbo S, literally with any car on the back, you
Perfect
just
tow rig.
did not feel it.
Yeah.
Like even a little bit, like zero. That thing was cool.
They were very capable.
And fun story, one time I was buying a Mark 1 Audi TT, and I was
TT.
Titty.
and I was on the drive back, And we stopped for. I was with a few of my friends in the first gen, the Turbo S, and we stopped for food. And my buddy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna check your oil." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Checks the oil. Getting off the highway on ramp, right next to my house after like 4 hours of driving, and I literally said, "Guys, this car is so good for towing. I love it for road trips."
Jinxed it.
The oil cap shoots off, and I get 2 flat tires at the same time.
What the fuck?
Just truly cursed.
I got truly cursed.
It sounds like Kenny on the Jersey
On the rally, yeah. And yeah, that was
Well, so hopefully this one from SEMA doesn't go through.
hopefully. But yeah, that's just a random story. And the oil cap was like $70. It was kind of inconvenient.
Damn. What else? Oh, our friends, Throttle Thrasher's Garage. They build cool stuff. They built a lot of like Frankenstein-y stuff. I think this is more on the very prim and proper resto mod side of things. This was like a shell 6 months ago or something like that. You can't see a lot in the pictures, but that interior is really crazy. Like properly full reupholstered. I don't like orange, but
I like orange.
I think it looks cool enough.
Yeah.
And then obviously big turbo RB, cool stuff.
Dude, that RB fits in there so nice.
Does it? Does it fit in its factory chassis?
It's crazy.
That is
The
Yeah, so
Supra,
that's
that's
the Supra.
157,284
I would double check the
million years.
description because I probably said something wrong. Over a decade. It's earth moving 2,000 horsepower. So
Wow.
it's like hopefully 2,000 horsepower street car.
It's clapped by a Model S Plaid.
We're on. Oh jeez. So this isn't allowed in SEMA, eh?
No, this one's allowed.
Oh.
His
wait.
S.
His
S550.
own kit isn't allowed.
His own kit isn't allowed.
The Street Hunter S550 or
Yes.
S650, whichever.
Whatever. All Mustangs are the same kit. Yeah.
So why?
So let's get to that. Why can't he go into SEMA?
Okay, I have to pull up 2 pictures.
Bum, bum, bum.
What did he do?
Here is a picture of the Street Hunter Mustang. Really cool looking.
Not bad. Uh-oh.
Here is Ford's own kit.
Wait. So Ford kept him out?
Yeah. Look at the
it is
difference.
very, very close.
How in the world?
Like legitimately, just look as I switch between the two of them. It just looks like a same car, different wing.
I see some pretty stark differences.
The rear quarters are the only.
Are
big
they just
difference.
upset because the vents are the same?
Well, look at the whole front clip.
Go back.
Yeah.
Canards are different.
The entire front clip's the same.
It's
Go
very,
again,
very,
go again,
very,
flip it
very
again.
close. It's
It's close.
I mean,
but
it's close enough.
Like the car is that shape. It's gonna be close. If you look at every aftermarket 8.6 kit, they all look the.
I know, but look at the hood vents and the way that those 2 scoops work.
The fenders.
Look at the way that the fender vent, like, do you see like how little
The
chevrons
closest
off right
part,
at the body
yeah,
line?
the closest part is the fender, for sure.
Look at the front grille, the mounts that it has, and then the way that it's shaped around it. Like it has that weird like upside down mustache look. Look at the way that the front bumper has that round scoop. Dude, it's a carbon copy of the kit.
It's close.
It's
for
close
sure.
enough. Yeah.
Like I understand why they didn't want it in SEMA.
But how can you say you can't? Unless you're filing like a cease and desist. Suck my dick.
Well, SEMA themselves said, "Nah, you're not allowed."
And you got to remember the size
SEMA
of.
said you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Well, Ford told SEMA,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
who's SEMA
okay.
gonna
There was
favor?
there was some
that makes
favoritism.
sense.
handshake deal.
Seeing that Ford size booth at SEMA.
You know what,
like,
Ford?
Definitely.
Big backfire. As if I didn't like you already. I don't like. Fuck yourself. That's so. I think that's so petty. I think all these manufacturers, especially Ferrari. That's why if I was a billionaire, I would never buy a Ferrari except a clapped out used F40 or F50. Like this whole.
I don't think you can buy a new F40 or F50.
Well, I mean one not from a dealer,
But
like a
it-
private sale.
Also depends. Like, did TJ Hunt come out with that kit before, or did Ford come out? With
Ford came out before. The GTD
Did
has
they?
been. Okay, I guess I'm allowed to say this because I don't have an NDA anymore with that company. But I worked for Multimatic, the company that designed and built the Ford GT,
Okay.
before I was here for like a lot of months. Like I was just doing my engineering co-op for school with it. And this kit has been like 4 or 5 years.
And then TJ's kit is very recent.
Yeah.
I still
So-
don't see the problem.
Well, I did see a press release. I don't know how like legit it was, but this year Ford was supposed to be announcing how you can buy souped up cars out of the dealership, like based on like the Bronco, the Mustang, and whatever. So this might be an offering with this new program.
Yeah, they might do an GTD appearance package.
Yeah.
True.
So I could see.
And they definitely had to put a
Timing-wise.
lot of money into like the R&D.
Oh.
A GTD is 350 grand US.
Yeah.
If TJ Hunt's kit is 15,000 US. Let's say you're in the market to do a full Mustang build. What are you going to do? You're going to pay 60 grand for the car, spend 10
That's why
grand
Ford's
supercharging it, do boy math, and then you're going to do the body kit, and then bam, I'm 80K into a GTD. Obviously, it's a different car, suspension-wise, chassis-wise.
Yeah, completely
It's a fully different chassis, by the way, the GTD.
Yeah.
I don't think much of it's based on...
Ford is just mad because now if you want that look, you can get it without paying.
And that kind of, for the
$300,000.
people that got the GTD allocations, you would be... Like, imagine you bought a brand new Rolex that was exclusive to get. Everybody's like, oh my God, that's the one. And then Casio's like, guys...
Peep this.
Yeah, but one of those is going to appreciate and one isn't.
I know, but that's the thing. These aren't going to appreciate as much, and it reduces the exclusivity. That's my thought process behind it.
Corny.
I agree with Ford on this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
because Ford
No,
is
I'm not on
okay
board.
with aftermarket. Body kits are okay with everything, but if you're just doing, like, to be honest, a blatant rip-off of it, like,
There's got to be something significantly different.
I agree.
I see enough difference to call it different.
I don't see enough difference other than the rear quarters.
Like, I think it can
The
be
front is
considered
definitely different, and the
but
wing,
they
obviously.
look like the same fucking kit at the
Plot
end of
twist:
the day.
all new Mustangs look the same anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Even the freaking crossover.
Literally, look at this one. This article. You don't need 325,000 for a Mustang that looks like a GTD. How does that affect Ford's
That's
image?
probably the article that sent them over the edge. I don't know.
I'm saying
Try about
every
it, Ford.
article.
Build better
It's 300
cars.
previews the
Charge
cheap
less
way.
money.
Like, that's the thing. It's ruining. I fully agree with Ford on this because it is fully ruining their brand image. Imagine somebody created a company called MagPass.
That's not the same though. This isn't pretending to be Ford.
Kind of is.
It's aftermarket body kit. It's fiberglass. It's not going to have the same quality control. No offense, TJ. It's not going to be like an OEM car with its OEM panels.
We've seen Street Hunter kits and like what they're capable of. I think this one is just a blatant ripoff. Like,
I want to buy one now just to support it. Fuck you, Ford. I'm taking a stand right here, live. We're never working with Ford.
So he did not mean that. Ford, we love you.
I will throw hands. I don't know. Pull your head out of your ass and don't charge $350K for a sports car.
No, it's a full supercar.
Sure.
Like, being able to, like, see them in person and experience them, they're, like,
Mike is really...
they're a fully different animal. They're not a Mustang.
I don't know. I can definitely see their side, but also get over it. It's SEMA.
But yeah, so it is a blatant ripoff, in my humble opinion. And you can see how sad TJ is here.
I wonder if he'll win in
Yeah.
a dispute, because surely this goes to some sort of court system.
No, TJ Hunt did like a 15-minute YouTube video about it that I watched the other day.
And what's the deal?
And he was literally like, hey, like, if this is Ford's wishes, like, I'm not going to be one to, like, try to fight it. Like, the
Crazy.
legal battle is going to be who has more money, and it's obviously not me.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'll just allow it.
True. Hey, Disney lost their case, and they have all the money and all the lawyers
Yeah, that's true.
trying to trademark Eleanor or whatever it was.
Let's see what the Mustang forums say about it.
what are the Mustang guys saying?
On one hand, I get Ford's move, basically a GTD kit.
Oh yeah.
$300,000 for a Mustang, we wouldn't have this problem. Okay. Are you sure this is an
that's
Adams
what I'm
Mustang
saying.
page?
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Are you from Oklahoma? If you think Ford is bad, try Tesla. They will brick your ECM and not support the electronics. When has that ever happened? Yeah, his name's negative. He would be. What a shame. Poor fella. Crazy way to put TJ Hunt.
Poor fella.
Poor fella. I will admit it does look like a GTD, but allow people.
Allow people.
Doesn't Anderson already have a GTD lookalike kit?
Ooh, that's a good one.
But he has approval from Ford.
Who, Anderson?
Yeah.
Anderson Composites?
Mm-hmm. Approval from Ford, though, so it's allowed.
Isn't there like a full carbon fiber chassis car going to SEMA this year? I think it was like an older muscle car or something like that. 69 Camaro SS. I think. Let's see if we can pull that up.
Oh, I think he did get a cease and desist.
TJ Hunt?
Yeah, so he may not be able to make more.
Good.
Bunch of haters here.
Oh, this one?
Although, couldn't he just change it?
Yeah. I think
Oh, it was on Jay
Oh,
Leno's
that's
garage.
cool. I like that.
they did the full thing, carbon fiber. 350K, not bad.
More than we can afford, pal.
Yeah. 2024.
That's nearly the price of the house I'm trying to buy.
Subtle flex.
That
I'm in
is not a
$30,000
flex.
student debt.
That's the opposite of a flex.
650 horsepower. Wow. You can get clapped by a Model S Plaid in a race. Or a Model 3 Performance. If you want to cheap out.
Yeah, but it's boring.
Okay.
Oh my god. Go to Luke's Instagram.
I don't know what his Instagram ad is.
Fancy Stancy STI.
Fancy stancy.
Check out that freaking Miata. Oh.
On his Instagram story or post?
Looks like a post.
Oh, what the heck?
What? Is that a Viper engine?
Oh my god.
No, it's a Lamborghini engine.
Oh.
JNC's is crazy. I would never.
So what's the engine?
It's a looks like a Huracan V10.
Is that in a Miata?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
it
the
definitely is a Lamborghini engine.
second. The
Oh my
pop-up
god, I did see this
headlights.
post because I clearly liked it.
Dude, the pop-up headlights with the turbos are fucking fire.
Twin turbo Lamborghini engine and then
JNC's.
those wheels is diabolical.
Willwood brakes in those wheels. You know, a human that's breathing and normal in those wheels.
I just don't get it.
Wait, look at his fender though. Wait, when it goes down. Who
Look
rolled
at
his fender?
spending all
Stevie
this
Wonder?
money and then not buying the coolest.
Wait, look at
wheels.
it. Ready?
Ooh,
Look right there,
yeah,
right there.
That's rough. That's rough.
How did he pull fender with a JNC?
I think he pulled fender with his tire when he put the engine in, and the front of the car just like dropped, and he tried to turn.
Right there.
He had to raise it. I see it. It's bad.
I can't comment. My fenders look like that too.
Ouch.
I can comment because my fenders don't look like that.
Damn.
And I'm not on reps
Yeah, that's crazy.
JNCs are real.
until they break in half when you look at them sideways. How much are JNC wheels?
Whoa.
Same as your winners.
Damn.
Wait,
$320 each.
Oh,
wait.
no.
There's more info on this car that kind of sucks.
Oh,
A,
God.
it doesn't run.
Boo.
One guy says it's just an LT4 with a Lamborghini manifold.
Mm.
Imagine spending $320 per wheel.
So this is the kind of SEMA thing that I cannot get behind.
What, that they don't work?
That and just, I don't know, the general ethos of this. This was built with like, let's blow non-car people's minds outside SEMA. Like old boomers and be like, wow, they put a twin turbo V10 in this Miata. Like, yeah, it's a hood ornament at this point. It doesn't work. It looks like ass. It's got shit wheels.
Does it actually not
I'm
run?
sorry whoever built this car, but do better.
It doesn't run?
For sure it doesn't run. Look at that thing. It might run. No, the blow-off valves aren't even hooked up.
Okay, now I have
Oh my.
another topic of discussion. So there's a Facebook group
Oh yeah, let's dig into
called
this.
SEMA Fails. 344.3 thousand members. Just under the amount of people that are watching this podcast right now.
Something like that.
And they post fails from SEMA.
Ooh, that was a particularly bad
Oh,
one.
look at those welds. What the fuck?
Who the heck powder coated this? It looks like the moon landing. That's where they
Every-
faked it.
Every bro dozer on that outside lot.
What are we supposed to be looking at here? The Heim joint?
Sick rotors.
Yeah, the rotors.
Powder-coated rotors.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Damn.
the stressed out joints. Ooh.
Oh my god. What's wrong with that bag?
Ooh.
That's a crazy one.
What am I looking at?
I don't know what.
Oh, that might be the same car.
Oh, wow. Mm-mm.
I don't really know what I'm looking at there. I see some cracked something or other.
Do you know what you're looking at here?
Oh boy.
You're a 240 owner. You would know what you're looking
yeah,
at.
this is regular day.
Okay, here's my thing.
That's just maintenance.
Those are clearly Home Depot bolts. They look like an M14 by 1.5, something like that. When they went to Home Depot and they bought the 4 bolts, wouldn't they think, you know what, I'm just going to go back to Home Depot. Like, I don't agree with using Home Depot bolts on your drive shaft. That's a terrible fucking idea. But wouldn't they think, you know what, I'm going to go back to Home
Is
Depot?
that also a drive shaft spacer?
Yes.
Brother,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Get that car to SEMA. What,
Counterpoint. No, you don't. Wait until next year. Oh, what is this?
Okay, let's find more posts. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
post.
Let's go through these.
Oh yeah, let's judge your cars.
Sure.
Oh, Brodozer.
It's all the Brodozer boys commenting. Whenever there's hate on SEMA cars, like, yeah, but my truck.
Oh yeah, this guy aligned it really well.
What do they say? Measure once, cut 5 times?
Oh,
The person that built these trucks has a family log, not a family tree.
look at all those burgers.
Whoa!
Yo.
What the fudge is going on with this wiring and this line?
There's a lot to take in here.
Oh my god.
Okay. Do you know how expensive rubber airline is or hydraulic line?
Not very.
It's like $13 for 50 feet at Princess Auto. I think more feet than that. Okay.
Yeah, but when you spend all your budget on 27-inch wheels and
He
powder
spent all,
coating.
this guy spent all of his money on getting a wedding ring for his sister.
I will never stop making fun of Brodozers. at
Trying to
SEMA.
find more pictures. Oh yeah, oil money.
Is that what it
not-
says on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
Super Tech Walmart oil money.
Oh my lord.
Not that much oil money.
Oil wasn't doing too good back then.
No, this was an 09 oil money. Yeah.
I don't get it.
More Bluetooth
I don't
drive
get
shaft.
any of these Brodozers. And then the people that own them will vehemently defend themselves in the comments because they're trying to prove something to their dad that's not around. But like, it's not that cool. It's just a look how much
Wow.
money I spent showcase.
You know, this guy should have done a Bluetooth drive shaft with that angle.
Oh yeah. Gonna need a.
Oh yeah, Defender. What? It's the wrench holding the body up.
Wait. It's hard to take in what's going on there. Is the wrench just welded there as the support?
Yes.
I almost fuck with it.
It's kind of cool.
I don't fuck with it.
Ooh.
Ooh. That guy's got a cousin that can do it cheaper.
It's also his brother.
Yeah.
Ooh, sick wrap job.
It's a craft job, bro.
Ooh.
By the way,
I have something for that. Brother, that is rough.
I just want to point something out looking at this wrap job. For Auto Show 2024, when my S15 was in it, I figured out, like, the official, like, okay, you're in, was like
2023.
2023, sorry, was like 2.5 weeks before the auto show, whatever. Me and my friends, none of which are rappers, wrapped my entire vehicle in 2 weeks in a cold garage.
Better than that.
When we
door
weren't
handle.
as, by the way, we're still full-time in school, work, whatever it may be. And it still looks significantly better than, I'm not saying our wrap job was perfect.
It was
I'm
better
just
than
saying that
door handle.
it's clearly doable. What the heck?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
This would have taken
Whoa.
15 seconds. Whoa, look at the bottom.
Is that at SEMA?
This is at SEMA, apparently.
If you showed me this picture, I would guess first that it is at SEMA. That would be literally my first guess.
Some quality fab work, as
No
per usual.
disrespect, SEMA. Ooh.
I guess you can hide a lot in the outside silver lots or whatever.
Yeah. It's too hot to go poking around the cars and like get underneath them. So
I'm just
nobody
going to
sits
leave
around.
this here. What's being left? Oh,
Is it crusty lug nuts? I can't really tell.
4G Auto, American Forces.
Wait.
You change his caps.
But American Force center caps.
It's a cult.
Feast your same wrap guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's a single seater. The other one.
Oh, this guy. Whoa.
Is that zip ties?
Look at that top ball joint.
That thing's fighting for its life.
There's no ball joint. The zip tie holding the shock on. Yeah, that's understandable.
Bro.
That's typically how that's how the shocks are held on my car.
Oh.
Typically, I don't have any hardware. I just have 2 zip ties. Wow.
Yeah, not a fan of the orange.
I just don't get it.
if anybody has any SEMA fails from 2025,
Yeah,
feel free to
hit
DM
us
them
up.
to us on @PASMAG on Instagram. And
24. Not
sorry,
2025.
2024. Wow. Sorry, if you do have any SEMA fails from SEMA 2024, feel free to DM them to us. And I promise they will be on next week's episode on Tuesday, and we will air them and give you a shout out. So please send us those fails because they are really entertaining.
Yeah. Might even give you a Blu-ray copy of the Aero season 1.
Hey, those are Easter eggs. Don't talk about those.
And yeah, so that is what the frick is happening here.
More burgers. I saw it.
Okay, so yeah,
These are all last year, right?
these are all last year.
Okay. Gotta wait for the group. to start
GTR on
popping
fire,
off.
leaving SEMA.
I remember that.
Sounds about like T. R34 Akuma. His car catches fire every time we go for a drive. We don't know why. It's just a thing.
Did that happen last year?
T's car?
Yeah, the red one going
No. Oh.
up in flames. Yeah.
Maybe you guys should try going on Instagram and searching the hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the hashtag SEMA 2024 and see what comes up.
We'll try to find Tread Pass.
We can just take a look at cool stuff.
I saw someone
Do I have to log on?
who's got a built GS in Tread
Ugh.
Pass.
1 sec. I need to log on.
Oh lord, that thing's pretty.
What gen? GS. Newer?
Yours.
Oh, sick. Second gen. Let's go.
Yeah, start at the top. Let's see what we got.
Oh, damn.
That's from last year.
That's from last year.
No, 3 days ago. I think
Oh,
he's at the
3
show again.
Oh, okay.
So this car is actually really cool. So it was built by, he's in his low 20s or something
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
a Young Guns builder.
And this car actually fully runs, drives, whatever. Like it's a fully working car, and he built the chassis. Like he did like the full tube front end and stuff, like fully on his own, like all
Yeah.
the fabrication work. This is a running car. It's like very, very impressive.
Yeah, it was good stuff. So I'm friends with one of the judges at Battle of the Builders. So I got to watch him evaluate
Yeah.
that car, and it was pretty neat.
It's
Just
a very
seeing
nice
all the
car.
little touches that a young fabricator made. Made some like some strange choices on the first year it was debuted. I don't know if that stuff changed, like bags on cantilever suspension. Things
But
like that.
honestly, like,
still cool.
yeah,
Still cool.
this guy's front fitment's not cool.
That's been there before, I think. Oh, maybe not the same car.
Oh.
You know what's crazy? This car would be illegal in the state of Georgia because of the squat. Any squat's illegal there.
Wild.
Wow.
When I got pulled over in Georgia on the way to Florida in my Sylvia, the cop said he was measuring my car because he was trying to get me on something, and like I quickly aired up the rear of my car so I wouldn't be squatting.
That's wild.
Were you driving purposely in a squat?
No,
Oh.
I was just driving with the front end high because it was the middle of the night. I don't know how the roads
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
and like I didn't want to f up my front lip on
One
any
of
bumps.
those Vaydor things.
The Vaydor, the G35.
Oh, the GTA.
How do you guys feel about them?
About
Well-
G35s or the Vaydor things? Well, this is their SEMA
Yes.
car, and look at the hood gap, so that's how I feel about it.
Yep. Same.
Oh,
Um,
God.
Oh, this is sick.
Wow.
What are all those airlines for?
4 compressors. So you have one line running to each individual bag.
Yeah.
Then you have one line going to the then you have one of the compressor lines going to the management to tell the pressure of it, and then you have one
Well-
line going to the dump pipe. But he has 4 compressors instead of the usual 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 turbos
And
just
there's 2 turbos, yeah.
sitting.
You know what would have been funny on a build like this? If you put like Ling Long tires on it, and you would have saw them in the bed. That would have been gangster.
Is that not last year? That is definitely last year. Is this a
SEMA
post from-
2024,
What?
just outside of Central Hall.
They're in the exact same spot as they were last year. I feel like this is somebody
Hashtag SEMA 2024.
reposting. Unless they put them literally in the exact same spot.
All right.
That is also last year.
Oh, 4 days ago. Yeah, these are last year. People
Someone's
just saying
just
they're excited.
reposting. Nerds.
Okay.
Hey, look, our post.
Hey,
Nice.
SEMA.
Do you just like our own post live?
yes.
Dude, check Slack. I sent you.
Is there a way to get more
22
like
weeks ago.
guaranteed recent photos?
No.
Yusuf, you said you bought a car. It's time to reveal.
Oh, yeah.
There you
It's time
go.
to reveal the truth.
That's what I saw.
What did you do?
Okay. So, yesterday, I was, on the side, I am an Uber Eats driver. I'm not hiding that. I'm not trying to hide that. I do enjoy it. It's pretty fun. Driving for Uber Eats. I just picked up a delivery from a Korean barbecue place. Smelled phenomenal. My brother calls me, and I don't pick up the phone. And he calls me again. I'm like, I really didn't want to pick up the phone, but I pick up the phone. And he's like, look what I sent you on Instagram. And then I'm like, okay, you freaking idiot. So then I didn't check. And he calls me again. Then he was like, did you see what I sent you? And then I check. And it was Drake's chef saying, hey, I'm moving to LA in 3 days. Who wants my Tahoe for very cheap?
Damn.
So the guy's 1.5 mil on Instagram. So I DM him. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, yo, like, I'll come right now. What's up? And he's like, oh, like, are you dead ass? Like, you'll come now? I'm like, I'll come now with cash. Then he's like, okay, I'll be home at 2. Here's my address. Then I go at 2, and then I buy a 2010 Chevrolet Tahoe.
Sick.
Wild.
And now you're selling it.
And now I'm selling it.
Is it black?
It's black.
I knew
course
it.
Wait, what year? 2010?
2010. And now I'm selling it because I bought it. Then I'm like, this is going to be a sick winter truck. And then I want another Cayenne.
You park 10 Tahoes on it. Huh?
I support the Cayenne.
I just want another Cayenne because Cayennes are the best SUV one can buy, in my opinion. And I want to get another first gen. I want to get a VR6, I think. Because the Turbo S is unreliable, bad on gas. The V8 is reliable, but just bad on gas. And the VR is literally just a Jetta motor when you really look at it.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
they make enough torque and power to do whatever you want. And they're good on gas. So, like my last VR Cayenne, I did 14 liters per 100 on the highway towing.
Damn.
That was with a car. That was with the car trailer with a car in the back.
I feel like that's what my not efficient Lexus does, just driving.
So the VR Cayennes are kind of just a cheat code. I would also love a diesel one, but to be honest, I want to get a first gen instead of a second gen because I don't want to spend like 15 grand if I'm buying just a tow rig. Like I'd rather spend $2,500 OBO need it gone type of car.
Yeah.
So yeah, a VR Cayenne is kind of on my radar right now. Ooh, interesting content that will be posted on our Instagram soon. So I am starting to build my 911 on literally the single tightest budget that any human can physically have. So we are doing on the Instagram soon hardtop installation, exhaust, air intake, and suspension stuff for under $300.
All of them?
All of them
Like together.
together.
I don't believe it.
Combination.
I'd say
Dude, the
under
exhaust you
600.
just bought was like 200.
Exactly.
How are you going to throw in suspension?
Free on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, damn. Yo, take that paperclip and trade
Yeah,
it.
I was
And
going
wheel
to say the
spacers?
paperclip. The paperclip move.
Trading
Yeah,
up
so
with
we
the
are
paper
gonna-
clip until I get 15 mil spacers for my Porsche.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of gonna do like a small Instagram series on how to build any car on like literally the most extreme budget you can physically think of. So that's gonna be interesting how it turns out.
Cut your springs.
When I say exhaust system, it's being straight piped. I still have my cats. If the government of Ontario is watching this, I do have my cats, and I would never remove those off any one of my vehicles ever. I do love the environment, and I love saving it. So I have my catalytic converter in the
Service
car. I
Ontario.
promise.
Yeah.
And every one of your cars.
Every one of my cars has a catalytic converter. If you're watching this, and passed a legitimate safety in Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking
Did you
of
see how you looked around? Does anybody believe
Speaking
me?
of
Does
passing
anybody
legitimate
believe me?
yeah,
safeties.
got you guys. Speaking of that, what do you guys think about the rules on the new safeties and the market on cars?
What are they? So why
Okay.
don't you like recap what
So,
they are for the
Do you
audience?
want to hear
new-
the whole thing?
Okay,
Spin it.
so the new Ontario safety laws, before it was just a piece of paper, they write it up, you bring it to Service Ontario, that's that. Now, inspection shops have a camera that MTO can technically watch if they want to see if the
Yep.
cars physically came in, whatever it be.
You're also doing the whole safety with a government-issued tablet. So you're taking photos that's going directly to their database. You have to take photos of every component that involves the safety. So
Yeah.
wheels and tires, suspension, exhaust, windshield, under the hood, everything. Has to have
Brakes,
documented
etc.
photos.
Photo of each corner of the car. So let's say I was to get a quote unquote fake safety done on one of my cars. That wasn't actually good for the road. And then I was to get MTO 2 weeks later, the shop would be held liable.
Yes.
So
And in a reasonable world, in a reasonable place, that doesn't make a difference because, my car is very modified, but it's safe. I didn't do these modifications to make it less safe. But here in Ontario, any modification, give or take, is considered unsafe by their standards. Aftermarket exhaust, unsafe. Spacers, unsafe. Turbo, top mount turbo, unsafe. So now a fake safety is essentially dead. And modified street cars changing hands, with the exception of some loopholes. There's going to be registering out of province. There's going to be
registering out of province.
People with dealer plates. Yeah. There's going to be ways around it, but the loopholes have closed tremendously. So changing modified cars' hands is going to be very, very, very difficult in Ontario, which in turn, locally, I think is going to bring prices down a little bit. But the price of a OEM one that will pass safety, like if I want to buy an R34 Skyline, or if I want to buy a JZX sedan, I'm going to buy an OEM one that I can go get safetied once these new rules come in, because otherwise what's the point? So then OEM fresh car, the value is going to skyrocket in no time.
Okay, so to some extent I do agree with the new safety laws, because how often do you see people with literally disintegrating rockers on their cars, no tires? Like,
For sure.
As somebody that's into cars, I firmly believe that cars in Ontario that are being daily driven, there should be a stipulation, daily driven, your primary car should be getting inspected yearly or bi-yearly. Something like that.
Ideas.
But I think, like, for example, my daily driver, my Mini Cooper, it's clearly my daily driver. I don't care if it gets inspected yearly. Your Corolla.
Yeah.
Would you care if it got inspected yearly?
Probably not.
Like, you wouldn't have any issue.
Right.
None of us would have any issues within reason getting our daily drivers inspected yearly, every other year.
Yourself.
But your car would be fine. You have other than air.
What air?
Yeah.
No.
But
No,
even
air's
then,
allowed if your controller's
As
not in
long
the
as
car.
the controller's not in the.
which
Yeah.
it always is. So there you go. There's already a problem.
But there,
and then
you just
also,
unplug his controller.
say you just had like a routine maintenance thing that you can't afford to do right now. Your exhaust is leaking. I'm not going to pay for it right now. My exhaust just makes a little extra noise. It's not obnoxious. It's not past the noise
True.
laws, whatever.
Yep.
Now I have to do it before the inspection or I lose my car.
But my thing is also, people. Did you see somebody on the news? Somebody died because somebody's tire flew off of their car and hit another car. Like, this was like a week ago.
Safeties or not, that's unfortunately going to happen because people are idiots.
But that's the thing. I feel like safeties do need to be mandated to some extent. I feel like just a general inspection of the car does need to be done every so often.
If our rules for what constitutes unsafe versus safe weren't so insane, like I'll say this live on air, I've met the guy who writes a lot of these rules for the updated traffic acts and stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't know what he was talking about at all. He's under like boomer logic, like, oh, camber causes excess tire wear. No, it does not. It causes uneven tire wear, for sure. Improper tow causes excess tire wear. He couldn't tell the difference. They literally don't know what they're talking about, and they let idiots write the rules here in Ontario, which is,
But yeah.
this safety thing. Yes, I agree. A lot of the cars on the road are unsafe. Like, you've seen the rotting minivans with like the rockers literally falling off, like,
and you've
pieces falling off
everybody's
the car.
seen somebody at a red light with a tire that's literally like
on
smooth.
cords. Yeah. But if that's what this was aimed at, sure, but it's not. This is 100% another cash grab from the government of Ontario, and they're going to destroy a huge section of this industry in the province in the process, just to line the pockets of the few handful of people who are getting money out of this.
But I think instead of our current ones, like, I would be not opposed to getting people's cars actually inspected that need to be inspected, people's daily drivers. But I do feel like there should be a stipulation that if it's your second, third, fourth, fifth car, for example, does not need to be inspected every so often, because that's not a car that's being driven on the road often logically.
But then you could just register any unsafe thing as your...
No, but you should still get the initial safety. But for example, I think if we
just redo the rules, like if we can
they do need to be redone. I fully agree.
What makes it unsafe? Like putting spacers on a car, there is nothing unsafe about
OEM
that.
Porsches, a lot of
There's
Porsches come with
OEM
spacers.
Porsches that come with spacers. You can tell me that's unsafe? A loud exhaust being considered unsafe is hilarious.
I got an exhaust
Unsafe to
ticket.
who?
So my S15 has a Apexi exhaust on it, catback, but it's a Nissan catalog option from the dealership in 1999. I got a ticket for that, which
It's
is
not even
BS.
loud.
You've driven my S15.
It's so quiet.
Like, it has like tone to it, but it's dead quiet.
Yeah, it's
And
not obnoxious.
It's
by any
quieter
means.
than your IS.
Yeah.
And you have a stock exhaust.
Because don't get it twisted. There's people listening to that, us say the stuff, and they're like, oh, a bunch more car guys with obnoxious exhaust. Like we've all heard the straight pipe V8 Mercedes and like G35s.
Going ba 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 ba.
Not
wherever you
those
go.
guys.
No, we
those should not be a thing. If your exhaust
Mm-hmm.
is literally waking up entire neighborhoods just by driving by, it sucks. You suck. Get a proper exhaust. But like an exhaust that makes more noise than a standard commuter but is not obnoxious should not be considered unsafe by any means.
Yeah. That and also another issue with the Ontario safety laws now is, what year is your GS?
98.
Do you have an OBD port?
Yeah.
So my Sylvia is a 99, and I
It
don't have an
doesn't.
OBD.
Yes.
Every car in Ontario after 97 needs to have an OBD, especially with the new laws. You have to plug it in and show a picture of the scanner saying
Yeah.
your car is blessed, or the stuff that's wrong with it doesn't actually matter. You can't just say no, it doesn't have an OBD. So every post 97 car needs to have an OBD. They made R34s up to O2.
So what if it doesn't?
O2s.
You just can't safety the car because it doesn't have an OBD port? See, that's insane.
So
Who's writing these rules? What
S-
kind of boomer? I'm going to watch my tongue.
So S15s, as a lot of people know, S15s, S14s are the exact same car in essence. If Adam had an S14, I have my S15.
A lot of stuff is transferable.
All of the suspension except the tie rods, because the tie rods are M12 versus M14. S15s actually use S13 tie rods, which is weird. I could bolt my front end onto your car. You could bolt your front end onto my car with no cutting, no trimming, anything. I could, other than the wiring harness, I think it's 2.5 inches longer on the S15, but it's the same chassis, but the wiring harness is just a little longer because of the way stuff is routed. Other than that, they're the exact same car. You can bolt an S15 interior and an S14, zero issues. Everything lines up. The only reason Nissan didn't sell them in North America is because they don't have an OBD.
Right.
But they're 15 years old now, which doesn't matter. So they're legal to be in Canada, starting to become legal in the US for earlier examples. But now you can't safety them in Ontario. So that brings up the question, so they're not legal in Ontario anymore. If you were to freshly import an S15 right now, you could not register it here.
I would love if you guys were so wrong on all these rules.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
That'd be
No, it's
awesome.
for any post 97 any post 97 car needs to have an mid 97, something like that. I forgot
We
the exact
live
time.
I
in
think
the
it's after
dumbest province.
96.
96, whatever it is, but that makes S15s and R34s illegal in Ontario now.
Look at me. Switch to that camera. We live in the dumbest province in this entire dumb country.
I don't know. I'd rather live in Ontario than fucking
Say
Quebec.
it.
Well,
The hate.
yeah. But we're still the dumbest.
But yeah, like,
Oh, Luke says good morning, everybody.
hi Luke.
It's morning for them.
Would it be an idea right now to recap when I got my car roadside inspected by the York Regional Police?
Oh yeah.
Oof.
When they
So-
waited for you.
About 2 months ago, I was driving my car from literally doing nothing wrong. I was in my S15, which is my daily driver. So most of you guys don't know, my S15 is a full suspension build. I did a manual swap out of an S13. It's stock motor.
You know, you said the Mini was your daily.
Yeah, in the summer.
Just like,
summer daily. Like, it's just my fun car. But,
what's that?
Bring up a picture.
oh yeah. But it's a full 326 power Neo GT race kit. But that car it's a bone stock car. I still have a working horn, working airbags, not a single light on my dash. It's on air suspension, so it's not actually as low as the photos. This is it in Tennessee this year. But it's a bone stock car underneath. I have brand new tires on it, everything's safely run. I was at the LZ Invitational in Montreal. I napped in my car for 3.5 hours in 40-degree weather with the AC full blasting, doesn't overheat.
Damn.
It's a normal car.
Crazy.
I just drove it. I road tripped it from here to Florida, across the US, nothing. That's what I mean. It's a fully normal car. I bought it bone stock. I didn't touch a single mechanical thing in the engine. It's nice. I love it. Here's it at the...
Did you say nothing on your road trip?
Okay, yeah, I did pop an airline. I popped an airline in Alabama. But...
And a bag on the way back from New
And
Jersey.
a bag on the way back from New
Air
and-
suspension problems.
So, I left my driveway.
Mechanically, though. Drivetrain, stock, and good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I left my driveway. I live in, like, on a rural road. And there was a cop sitting sub 100 meters from my house. I turned out of my driveway. The second I turn out, I see him and there's no going back. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I start driving. Instantly makes a U-turn. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get... Whatever. He's going to pull me over. I don't know for what. I don't have a single ticket on my record.
That's when you drive right back into your driveway.
But I couldn't. I live on a main road. I couldn't do the swoop.
Damn.
But well, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, it happens. So I pull over. I thought maybe an issue with my like custom license plate, whatever it may be, because my license plate now does say may run. I will admit. It is a very baity. This is the legal Ontario license plate. It says may run. So
that is a crazy license plate for a car with 98 horsepower.
He's talking about may run from the cops, not
no,
the
it may
engine.
run.
It may
the
start.
engine may run.
It may run. But yeah, so
Yeah, but from the cops' perspective, they're like, no.
It looks like a fake plate.
Yeah.
So-
it means something else.
he pulls me over, and he was like, "Ask for my paperwork." I give him all the paperwork. That's not an issue. Then he was like, "Okay, do you know why I pulled you over?" I'm like, "No, like I just pulled out of my driveway." He's like, "Okay, I'm doing a roadside vehicle inspection." And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that, bro?" Then I'm like, "Okay, I'm not stupid and gonna sit here and try to convince you that it's stock. You're not stupid and gonna believe me when I say that." I'm like, "I'll be straight up, save all your time. Could we at least do this on my driveway, which is literally right there?" I'm like, save me the time of getting a tow, save me the money, like I'll take the consequences of my actions like a man. I'm not gonna sit here and whine and be like, "Oh, but the whatever, it is what it is."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "No, I'm taking you to the roadside inspection station."
Great.
And I'm like, "Fuck." So I'm driving. He took my driver's license ownership insurance. I'm driving behind him, following him. It's at my old elementary school, funny enough. They set up like a roadside inspection station. It's all commercial trucks, except me. And on my way there, I keep slowly airing up higher and higher so he doesn't notice a quick... Gradually higher. And he does a full inspection on my car. And they're looking under it, looking inside of it, whatever. I get a no front plate ticket. I'll take that one like a man. I didn't even try to fight it in the court. I paid the $110. Like, it's cut and dry. You either have it or you don't.
Yep.
I admit I didn't have it, whatever. At the time, I don't anymore, but I had a flashing airbag light on my dash because of my steering wheel and I didn't have the proper resistor. And he asked me, he's like, "What's that flashing light on your dash?" I'm like, no. On JDM cars, that means the airbag's working. And then he's like, "Okay," and I don't get a ticket for it.
Yeah.
So he clearly didn't know anything. He got sent. And then I get a ticket for excessive camber, headlight height. I legally need orange lights on my roof, like a Ford Raptor, because of how wide it is. He measured the wingspan of my car. And I need orange lights.
How did he measure the wingspan? Like
Rear quarter, edge to edge.
edge to edge. But like, damn.
He was treating it like from this corner to that corner.
Oh, it's pretty flat. It's easy to measure. Yeah.
He was treating it like a commercial truck. Pretty
There's
much.
no way. A Lambo is wider than that, no?
I don't know what the frick this guy was talking about. He was like, "What kind of exhaust do you have?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like a factory option exhaust." And so I have all my owner's manual and the paperwork for when I imported the car. And I have the Nissan catalog. And it's just in my back seat. It's kind of something cool that I keep like in the cubby. And I'm like, "Here, like I'll show you the catalog from Nissan. Like it came from the factory like that." Gives me a ticket for it. My air intake, which is also the Apexi catalog option, I get a ticket for it for tampering with emissions. An air intake.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, but these are Japan options.
I know, but that's still, the car's 15 years old.
Tampering with an air intake is not altering emissions either.
But the point is, I told the guy the flashing airbag light means it's working, and he believed it. So clearly,
Doesn't know shit. I think that's the root of the problem.
The root of the
most
problem-
of it is just how these cops feel that day and what they can kind of like justify to themselves without knowing a fucking thing about cars.
Yeah.
that's
Most
what
of
the
them
biggest,
don't know a damn thing.
Like, if they're going for cars that are actually unsafe, actually bald tires,
But they
actually
don't.
corded, I'm all for it. If you're going after the takeover buffoons in their G35 with a blue rear bumper and
Yeah.
bashed in quarter panels,
Yes, please.
Sick.
by the way, I will literally bait them to you. I don't care. Please take them. I don't want to be associated with that. They're not car culture. That's actually just
Yo, what if we set up a
degeneracy.
program
From
where
their
every time you give them a takeover kid, they let you go? You get a
Yeah, one get
get out of inspection free card.
But
every
that's
time.
the thing. That's what the real root of the problem is, because takeover people are not car enthusiasts. They're literally
No,
like,
they're attention enthusiasts, and this is just what gets them attention right now.
Yeah, but to the general public,
it's the same.
you look the same.
Exactly.
Which,
Yeah.
to be honest,
So-
it's understandable. If I was general public, I would agree that they do look the same.
Yeah.
But they're actual, just like, they're stupid.
Yeah. You tell anyone nowadays that you're going to a car meet, they think you're going to go do donuts in a parking lot.
Well, look at the Import Fest rollout, right?
Gus says clip this.
You are you are like a law-abiding
What's up, Gus?
citizen,
Correct.
right? But on that rollout, you're popping flames.
I agree. I was. On the
Oh,
rollout.
bad kid.
But that's the thing. At
Arrest
that
him.
point in time,
Straight to jail.
that's sanctioned.
Oh, allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly.
But that's the thing. There's police there, guiding the traffic, guiding the cars going down, and a cop looked in my window and said, "Have fun with it." You know what I mean? Like
This
you
is
are.
your free pass.
That's your free pass.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
good to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Which I do agree that the city and the government and stuff like that should do more to encourage people to have not a safe legal place to do donuts with a ratchet girl hanging out of the window. We should not have a safe and legal place to do that. You should not be doing that, you stupid idiots.
Right.
But I
Stupid
agree.
idiots.
I agree that there should be sanctioned car meets and sanctioned areas that you're allowed to go and.
Just like express yourself.
like-
Do whatever you want.
Have any of you guys driven on Tail of the Dragon?
No.
No,
No.
not yet.
So, Tail of the Dragon, when you're driving there, there's a bunch of cops at the top and the bottom. In between, they let you decide what you want to do with your car. There's
Okay.
no speed trap, there's no this. As long as you don't cross the double line, it's okay. On that little stretch of road. Everywhere else, you don't speed, you don't whatever, but on those stretches of road, it's like not allowed, but it's kind of implied that you do have fun with your car.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody does there, and it's a good, safe environment. And I'm assuming, and on my way back from Tail of the Dragon, I didn't drive like a degenerate. I drove fully to every speed limit, fully normally. So we don't have that opportunity in Ontario for the government to just say, not even that, like give us an IKEA parking lot on a like a city holiday that they're not open. To not do donuts, not do this, literally just like I want to park up with our cars, grab a coffee from Second Cup and just chat for a few hours in a parking lot with the boys.
Yeah.
You
Sure,
know what I mean?
it'll start like that, but it'll always.
I was
There's
gonna
always
say, if
one
you just
will.
want to hang out with the
Always.
boys, just go hang out with the boys.
It will, but at the same time, that's the part of car culture that isn't car
Big meets
culture.
are dead now, unfortunately, because of these
Yeah.
takeover kids. You won't catch me at
No.
a big car. If the car meet was advertised on Instagram, no, I'm not in. If it's a private thing or like a homie's shop is having like an open house or like, hey, Colin, if you're cool and we know you, come hang out this Sunday morning or
Yeah.
whatever it is. If it's like some big page like I'm gonna accidentally throw someone under the bus making a fake name like TorontoCarMeets.com.org whatever not that one if that exists but maybe that one if that big name page is like we're having a big season opener banger meet at the fucking Walmart on 7
Yeah.
you won't catch me
MTO
in that
is
neighborhood.
definitely-
It's actually just called Car Meets Toronto, not Toronto Car Meets.
Okay, good. I was hoping I didn't.
Oh, they
throw
follow
anybody
me. What
under
the heck?
bus.
Dude, follow back.
We have some suggestions here from Luke. I guess the boys at SEMA are watching. So hey everybody. They want to go back. They want to circle back to some SEMA stuff. Luke has some suggestions. First thing is talking about the reality of what it takes to put together a SEMA exhibitor area or having a booth. Rich, me and you have ample
Oh my
experience with this. Luke says it's a headache. I assume. Thanks, Luke. You probably helped set up this year's booth. I know we got you a flight out there, so
Thank
you're
you,
welcome. But Rich, do you want to start with this one? You've been doing it longer than I have. I'm like 8 SEMAs deep in a row. This is the first one I've missed in like the 9th year. But you probably more, right?
2000 since 2000.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So
Sick.
so day one.
For
It's
our very first SEMA, we did not exhibit. We just
That's
went,
right. That's
We
right.
just went, and PAS was just still a Canadian magazine, right? We barely had it. I don't even think we had U.S. distribution yet. We didn't have any U.S. advertising, and that was the whole purpose of going to SEMA 2000, right? October whatever 2000,
Right.
and that year I remember it was me, Sean Green, and this
Whoa,
other person.
throwback.
Yeah, throwback. Sean Green, rest in peace. Miss you.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Wait.
he passed.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking. Yeah, I know Sean Green passed. Sorry, I thought you were thinking the other Sean.
Oh, Keenan?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't there that
I
year.
was like, Jesus Christ, he died.
But yeah, we were
Yeah,
like,
rest in peace, Sean Green.
you know how in Vegas there's the people who are like giving out the little flyers. The nudie
The
flyers?
club flyers.
Yeah. I was standing beside them doing the same with the magazine. Just like magazine.
That's
And
actually good.
It was at a point where we were even walking through the parking lot that's across the street from LVCC, and we're putting magazines on people's windshields.
Back when
Oh,
you would go with
shit.
like 1,000 of
Yeah,
each copy down
we
to the
had
thing. Yeah.
so many mags, and we are just like, we got to get rid of them. So I'm like, okay, let's put them on the cars. Let's hand them out with the flyer people. Let's just, we were like, allegedly somebody was putting them in the magazine bins to,
Who would do
with
such
the,
a thing?
with the,
I can't imagine who would put the magazines in the magazine.
If you've
bin
never
at
been
the-
to
at
SEMA, there are bins.
They call them the dump bins.
Yeah, the dump bins.
But they're not dumps. It's for like, there's a lot of tourists at SEMA that go there to collect free shit.
Yeah.
This is like your free shit aisle. Everyone who has a publication or a flyer
Yeah.
goes in these like big bins.
Yeah,
That makes
and
sense.
there
Oh.
were some bins with PAS in there.
Luke says,
apparently.
we need Rich back at SEMA.
No, we don't. No, we
He
don't.
also says, I heard Yusuf was slow on the tail of the dragon.
Yeah. I was actually, to be honest, like pushing.
The fastest 98 horsepower car on
I
tail
make
of the
more than
dragon.
98, bro. I make like 170. But like, I was. That's where the big Aero on my car kind of came to life on those kind of roads. Like, you had unlimited grip, and I was kind of limited by like my skill as a driver at that point. Is what I've learned. Like,
It's not an easy road.
it's not an easy road. I've done like tens and tens of track days, stuff like that. But even on that road with 160, 170 horsepower, I was limited by my skills as a driver and not the car itself.
Right.
Which is crazy to say, making 170 horsepower. We were there with a few other of our friends' cars who do make a lot more power than me. Evan's E36, which was on the PAS365 rally. You had Eric's 600 horsepower compounding turbo Subaru.
Yeah, but that thing doesn't run.
Yeah, it
Sorry,
does.
Sorry, Eric.
But that's the
Ran
thing.
just for this trip.
It was
Sorry.
running. It was running perfectly for that thing.
The compound was running?
Compounding was running.
What?
But he was doing. That's the thing. And Calvin's Time Attack Subaru.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys also know that car.
Yep. I'm
Here, I'll
familiar.
show you guys.
It's got a little livery on it now.
So it's a CSCS Time Attack car that he street drives.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But yeah, Calvin Subaru. And he's on proper, like, I forgot he's on, like, AR1s or R888, something like that. And, like, we were all, like, hanging together kind of thing at the speeds that we were doing. And that's the thing. They all make double, triple, quadruple the power of me. But none of us were limited by
Yeah, it's not like there's a lot of top speed area in the
zero.
in
I think the max
tail.
that I hit was, like, 110
Yeah.
kilometers, that is. But, like,
Yeah.
I think the max was, like, 110 kilometers an hour. You don't go faster than that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get out of second.
It's kind of nice. It's like an autocross.
Honestly,
Try
a
it.
low power car is so much more fun to drive on windy roads than something
Yeah.
that has too much power for the road.
I agree.
Yeah, and you can't even like get into the beans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need to hit 4,000 RPM to hit.
I want to rent
Power
like a
bend.
Toyota Yaris and hit tail of the dragon at like full throttle the entire time.
With your head touching the ceiling the whole time.
I have to cut a hole.
You know what
for-
low
for the
power
helmet.
fun is? If you ever have an opportunity,
First gen Mini Cooper.
Mazda Miata.
Honda Fit.
do the course thing at Mosport at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, where you drive F2000s,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
and it's like
That's
it's only
fun.
148 horsepower on like street tires.
Yeah.
But my God, like Patrick went. I took him with me
Because
one
you're
day.
like open air, everything feels fast.
Oh, everything feels so, you're so low to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an F2000, and even though it's low power, like 140 whatever horsepower, my God, that thing feels like it's a rocket.
Yeah, it feels like a rocket.
It's
You're also
so
in a
fun.
car that weighs like 150
Yeah, it's
pounds. Like
like-
we could pick it up.
The power to weight ratio is stupid.
But that's what I love on the street, like about my Mini Cooper.
I was gonna mention the Mini Cooper because we accidentally picked it up. I tried.
Wait. You guys
Yusuf's
lifted
like,
it up?
can you please get my lug nuts off when we were doing the eBay thing? We can talk about that now, right? Yeah, it's coming out. And I went to pull up on the breaker bar on the back wheels, and the car came into the air and started spinning the wheel. Like the back of
But-
the Mini was
And that
in
was
the
when they were
sky.
like, "Rich, can you do it?"
But that's the thing that I love about my Mini Cooper is I do 6 liters per 100 consistently. Let's say there's a nice little stretch of road. I can bang second, bang third, bang fourth, and I'm at 80 kilometers an hour. It's sick.
Right.
You're not breaking
and burned
any rules.
no gas.
Burns no
Yeah.
gas. Good on gas. Mine's fully reliable. I've done like 10,000 kilometers this year already in it, and
Hell yeah.
not a single issue. I do $50 gets me a full tank. If any of my friends want to learn how to drive stick, take it. You know what I
And
mean?
it's British Racing Green.
And it's British Racing
Oh,
Green.
by the way, production team, there's a video clip somewhere of me and Yusuf driving the back roads in our green cars. I'm gonna need that.
It's a cool one. But that's the thing that I love about that car. And this is the wildest hot take. I prefer to drive my $600 Mini Cooper than driving my 911.
I believe it.
If you
Minis
gave me
are
the-
one of the most fun vehicles of all time.
Like, I love I love my 911 because of the whole vibe and the aesthetic and like the feel that you get behind it and the sounds and the power.
Right.
But if it was just a beautiful back road and you gave me both of the keys like that, I would rather
Mini by a long
my
shot.
$600 Mini than my 911.
And it's not even close.
Like, I love that thing.
Mini and twisty roads is the shit.
Have
What
you
are
driven
the
a Mini?
major problems of the Mini? Because I
Okay,
thought those are just
So,
detonation things.
cooling
Front
systems.
axles.
Cooling systems.
Do you have a
Kind of.
sunroof?
Non-sunroof.
Slick top. Best,
Yep.
best
So
decision you
if
ever
you have
made.
a sunroof, a lot of people don't clean out the drains in their sunroof, which is understandable. Like,
Who does?
who does exactly?
Yeah.
But on the Minis, when they used to clog, they would get on like the ECU or the Auto Trans ECU, something like that. So that would kind of cause that.
The motor is notorious to dying too, the sunroof motor. My friend has owned two, and both of them have had stuck sunroofs. And they stick open, not closed.
So if you're not somebody that works on your own car, the clutches. So the clutch disc is smaller than my hand on them. Like here's for reference, an iPhone 14.
yeah, their whole drivetrain is
It's
tiny,
about the size
tiny.
of your iPhone 14. And most people that buy Minis buy them because they live in the city. They're not smart cars if you don't live in the city, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't live in the city, and it's not smart for that one reason, but I drive a lot, so it cancels out. And people burn the fuck out of the clutches on them. And to do a clutch job, you have to pull the motor.
Yeah.
It's like subframe out,
It's
motor
like Evo
drop
8s,
down.
Evo 7s, Evo 9s.
Yeah,
the
like
same
I
thing.
left. You leave one engine mount. You could leave one engine mount on because I didn't want to fully pull it out of the car. But other than two lines in that one bolt, the motor was out of the car. The clutch was $70 on Rock Auto or something like. Or it's very cheap. It takes anybody that's mildly competent on working on cars. It would take you under a day
Yeah.
to do the clutch on it. But if you bring it to a shop, pulling the motor out of your Mini costs $4,000 to do your clutch job on your $2,000 car. Every single first gen has the airbag light on. That's just a thing. Weird resistor things, just whatever. Other than that, though, they're like and thermostat. Cooling systems on them are weak. I
Like every BMW.
Yeah.
I redid the entire cooling system. I think it costed when the motor was out for the clutch job. It costed sub $150 for
So
everything.
is it like all the 3 Series BMWs where it's the thermostat is shit and the piping is like cheap plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same.
Well,
It's a
they
BMW
use rubber
system.
lines, but they have a weird X crossover pipe, and when you take off one of the lines, it just snaps in half, and there's like a little tube that goes between them. Everything was $150 on Amazon to
Yeah,
replace
it's
all
nice
of my
and
cooling
cheap.
system, including my thermostat and thermostat housing, all of that. So it's just not a worry. In my opinion, a first gen Mini is a phenomenal car if you spend 3 days and $300 on whatever it is, like
Yeah.
Which is what? That's the budget for your next build.
budget for my next build. Yeah, but
Preventative
$300.
maintenance.
literally, if you go on eBay and try to find a clutch for them, it's $50 if
That's
that.
hilarious.
Like, but that's my
Because
point.
it's so little material. Because it's like this
Yeah,
big.
but that's my point. It's just
What year is your Mini Cooper again?
03.
Oh.
So that's the thing about my Mini. So I bought it off of the guy. Yeah, clutch flywheel, $165 or best offer.
That is crazy.
With the I didn't do flywheel. Fuck that. In this economy. But okay, there, $29.
Crazy.
But that's the thing. Brand new, $59.99.
Can't complain.
We have
Man.
some more prompts to go back to our SEMA content that we're supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah, sorry, we got a bit sidetracked there.
So,
Oh wait, show the GS.
Oh yeah, the GS I sent you.
The GS.
Yeah.
That's fucking
is it
sick.
the Attacking the Clock racing one? Because that's like 3 years old. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
not there now.
22.
That is
Really?
3 years old. At
Or I
least.
think it won
21?
best of show.
kind of mid, low key.
No, super sick.
What?
Super sick, but not relevant. That's so old.
It
That's
is
the homies.
No, because that was on Toyo's Instagram, too.
2022.
Dang.
Well, because Adam wants to cut our ties with Ford, I want to cut our ties with them.
With who?
I don't know, whoever this guy is, Lexus.
No, I think isn't that Attacking the Clock racing? No, it's not. It's someone else. Oh no, it is Attacking the Clock
Attacking
racing.
the
Yeah,
Clock.
you're right. Okay. We got a question about what it takes to get a car to SEMA to
Oh.
showcase, and I can kind of speak to this even as someone who has never had their own car there. There's
I'll
a
tell
lot
you,
of ways
customs
to
was
do
a
it.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, getting a car from
Customs
Canada into the
sucked.
States to showcase at SEMA is a real pain. But in terms of like just getting your car accepted to the show, you can be like a lot of guys and pay for a spot outside.
You
How much
can
are
pay
those
for a
spots?
Money
spot.
talks.
Plot twist. That's an option.
How much are those spots?
Is it like $1,000?
Yeah.
give or
something
take.
around there.
To be honest, if it's your childhood dream to build a car
Yeah.
to be
What's it
in
called?
SEMA,
Feature
like,
car? Be a featured car. That's what it is.
Something
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
if it's like your childhood dream to have a car in SEMA, this is that.
That's
whatever,
why all those
like,
bro dozers are out there.
Yeah.
Because no company wants their name
But
on
it's
that,
like,
they'll be
do you
out
want
there.
your car to be worthy of SEMA, or do you just want it
That's
Yeah,
that
that's
is
true.
the difference. So if you want your car to be in the halls at SEMA, you want to be one of these like featured things.
there? Yeah.
The spots in like the center of like the lobbies are usually reserved for like big debuts or YouTubers. Like we've seen Busy Moto's car there, we've seen TG Hunt's car there. But if you want to be in like somebody's booth, I can speak a little bit about that. One, you can enter Tuna Battlegrounds and you can win and you can end up in SEMA in our booth or in one of our sponsor booths, et cetera, et
Ooh.
cetera.
That's the easiest method to get into
That's
SEMA.
where the V12 Subaru ended up there from. Other than that, when it comes to getting into a booth, and people ask me all the time, which is funny, is if I can make this decision for other companies. But in terms of getting into a booth, one, if you have sponsors, those are the first people you're going to want to ask. You know, talk to them about what their SEMA plans are and talk to them early. Don't reach out to them like October 20th
Yeah, because it's already.
and
yeah,
be like,
it's
what
already
are you guys
decided.
doing for SEMA?
Like-
It's been decided.
Yeah, a friend of mine that's in SEMA next year for a body kit company. I'm not going to say the friend or the body kit because I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's public
But that's
information.
been determined already.
For 2025, next
Exactly.
year, he was determined a month ago-ish.
Exactly.
Give or take.
So you want to do it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Other opportunities, Battle of the Builders, but you have to be a builder. You cannot Walmart, Amazon a car. You cannot buy a brand new model off the lot, put the ugliest bolt-on fender kit, wrap it a funky color that no one's ever done before, bro, and get some crazy three-piece wheels. I'm sorry, that is not. See, you pay the $1,000 and you go sit outside with the rest of the bro dozers.
I feel insulted by that.
You don't have one of those.
Yeah.
do you?
A bro dozer?
I mean, you definitely don't have one of those.
I definitely don't have one of those. In this economy?
The ride height on that Porsche is close, but not that bad.
Damn.
Jeez.
What else do we have questions about SEMA? How the separate halls are laid out? If you're not there, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a lot of walking. If you've never been to SEMA and you see all the pictures, you're like, yeah, I could do it in one day.
Nope.
No, you cannot.
It's
Over
insane.
a million.
It is
square
physically
feet.
impossible.
Yo, Yusuf, pull this up. This is the map of pretty much all of SEMA.
Yeah, show them the map and zoom out all the way.
This is only one of the places.
Oh, so this is Central Hall.
This is
is
Central
one
Hall.
hall.
Yeah.
And for you to walk from the far right of this all the way to the far left of this is,
That's only central.
I don't even know how
yeah,
to.
only Central.
How long do you think it takes to walk front to back of Central?
Wait, with the crowd?
Oh yeah,
That's the thing, right?
you're, like,
on a
fighting
busy
the
day,
current.
on a
Like-
busy day, 20 minutes.
Before
15
COVID,
minutes best.
it's shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Right through Central, especially through Hot Rod Alley, shoulder to shoulder. You're
Yeah.
like you're not getting anywhere.
Damn.
fast,
Exactly.
Right.
Jesus.
Damn.
So that's your Central Hall. That's like the main where most of your exhibitors are. Most of the like uncategorized. Like there's a hall for wheels, there's a hall for tires, there's a hall for overlanding. Those are all separate. It's one building.
No, it's separate buildings.
I mean, technically MTCC is one building, but so is like it's literally separate buildings.
Yeah, MTCC.
Like they're
separate
connected by
buildings.
bridges.
Yeah.
You have you have a guy that drives you from one.
If
building
you've
to the
never been, like even one thing I noticed going from Canada to the States, like the infrastructure scale is massive. Like things that just are bigger. And then you get to the MTCC and it's like a city block and then some as a singular building. Like it is a massive monolith of a building.
It's so cool.
It is very cool. Like I can see why world-class trade shows happen there because what is it? You said 1 million square feet.
Over a million.
Over 1 million square feet. There
Especially
is-
with North Hall.
now there's the new West Hall, which you have to take
Or
either a
West Hall,
Tesla tunnel or a long walk or cross the street
By
to
the
get
way,
to.
walking is faster than the
It is
Tesla.
absolutely faster than the Tesla tunnel because there's too many people trying to do it.
That sounds kind of cool though.
And it's the dumbest shit.
I would
ever.
definitely.
They
do the
drive at like
Tesla
10
tunnel.
kilometers an hour,
It
and then
is
there's like
so
glowing
dumb.
LED lights. It's a glorified
And it's
Tesla
like
ad.
automatic driving. Right?
No,
So-
No,
no,
it's
there's
a
a
person
driver.
driving.
Someone
There's
driving?
a driver driving you. You
Damn.
drop off, and then you get out, and then you walk. You walk the same amount of distance you were about to walk to get back up. To
If I'm not
the-
mistaken, West
or
was the
West.
overlanding hall last year, so that's where all the cool
Yeah.
off-road and like the camper vans and that kind of thing go. The North, I'm gonna get them messed up now. The South Hall is where your wheels and tires are, so you have like an entire floor of wheels and tires, and it's just as big as that Central Hall we just showed you.
There's upstairs and downstairs.
I don't even remember what upstairs was. Paint, refinish, bodywork, I think was last year. It was like everything that has to do with bodywork, paint, car exterior, fabrication, that kind of thing. A lot of tools. And then you have the mobile electronics and other stuff hall in the north. Also just as big. That's also where Battle of the Builders comes to a head.
Battle of the Builders is outside this year.
Is it?
Outside of Central.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Then, yeah, we'd be remiss to not talk about the multiple outdoor lots. Formerly the Hoonigan Showcase, no longer.
Oh,
R.I.P. Wheel Pros, bankrupt.
No, they're not bankrupt. They're good now.
They filed for bankruptcy, I should say.
But they're all straight.
Every company files for bankruptcy every like 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, it's. I've gone 8 years in a row, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna see how much I can do in one day, and then like the first day is my attempt to like cover everything, and then the next day it's whatever I missed, and then the next day it's whatever I missed after that. It takes at least 3, usually at least 4 entire days to see the whole, like if you want to see literally everything, if you want to walk every hall, and that's just walking it and looking at stuff. That's not including stopping to check something out or like really evaluate something, or like go into the Toyo Tread Pass, which we didn't even talk about, between the 2 halls, or to like get in a ride along or something like that. It is a massive experience, and you can see why people go for the full week long thing. I don't know how long the public can get in for, what, 4 days?
No. They
Even
can get
less.
in the last day.
I think it's
I think
Friday.
it's more
One
now.
day, yeah.
They've made it a little more lenient, so I think you can be in for a few days. It is genuinely impossible to see in one day
SEMA
unless you
Fest? They call it
sprint.
SEMA Fest this year?
You would have to sprint from the moment you got in and just run down every aisle as fast as possible
Speed
and
run
see
it.
nothing.
Just
But also,
speed run.
the crowds are too big to do that, so there's no way. It is a massive, massive show.
okay, a little bit of a pivot of conversation here.
Hit me.
$10,000 budget build. Car, mods, everything. What would you do?
Honda Civic EF.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know. These days, the 10K might just buy you the Honda
Yeah,
Civic.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say you're gonna get a stock
EF.
car and
Yeah.
some
All right.
JNCs maybe.
Then the other dream is the Chevy Blazer S10.
10K is
the
hard.
88.
That's also like 10K, maybe more now.
I love
10K is
that.
crazy. It would have
Cheap
to be,
Mini Cooper,
Miata?
suspension mods,
A first gen S, yeah, you can do
suspension
easily
mods,
10K.
and like make it look cool. I don't need anything else. It doesn't need to be any faster than it is. It needs to be comfy. I probably have to bolt a seat to the floor to fit in a Mini Cooper, respectively.
I would do a first gen Cayenne, lifted, big wheels.
For 10?
Do you know how much
lifted
a first gen
and
Cayenne?
big wheels.
should bring
What
up-
wheels are you buying? JNCs?
Do you know how much a first gen Cayenne? Do you know how much a
Under
first gen
10K.
Cayenne is?
He's going to get a paperclip.
Yeah.
He's going to get the paperclip.
Have you seen the
straight
market on
up.
first gen Cayennes?
No, I'm
Yeah, but
curious.
still lifted. So you're putting suspension and wheels on that bitch for under 10K.
Do you know how much wheels are?
Yeah.
I bought a set of HRE. I forgot what model
Put some
code.
rotas on that bitch.
For mine, it was $1,000 used. You can easily build a Cayenne, by the way, for 10K.
Damn. See, I was thinking I would whoop your Cayenne out, like out
Oh,
the
well,
water.
yeah, drag racing.
Dude,
no
I would
shit,
I would
Sherlock.
buy a Toyota Tercel, like a fucking like
Here you go.
$500 and an LS.
360,000
That'd be
kilometers
sick.
for $2,400
I don't
Cayenne.
even know if you can cram that in.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
run
Not
anymore.
enough
No
space.
hood. I feel like someone's done it in like Saudi Arabia or some shit, like Dubai.
Actually,
like
that seems pretty Saudi. Look,
a V8
that
Tercel.
does not run.
yeah, it does. Grandma's car.
That doesn't
As
run.
they say.
New motor at 282,000.
Oh,
New catalytic converter.
well.
300,000 click on body.
All right, good offer. I respect it. That's a good 10K build.
Damn.
Cayenne wheels. A lift kit is $1,500 from Godspeed if you want to cheap out like that. And then you literally get a set of KO2s, which is $2,000 new. These rims. Done. I rest my case.
Okay. Toyota Tercel, $1,500. LS engine, $1,000.
Dude,
And then I just buy some freaking Workmeister 3-piece.
What 15? Oh, this one. Yeah,
That
$1,500.
is
The
Yeah.
green one.
crazy.
Everything AC works. Wow.
It's beautiful.
And he speaks Spanish.
Man, I love Toyota Tercels. Like, they're sick.
You have to like put your foot to the floor to get up a hill if you have a passenger.
Man, I think this looks like if you were to tell like a 2-year-old kid to draw a car, this is it. This is what it looks
oh,
like.
there we go. How much is it?
Oh,
15.
boosted.
14. Oh, balls.
Oh, it's already like.
No, it's already worked.
Oh shit, wrong one.
14K.
4,500.
Wow.
Yeah, this is just a shell.
No window
Wait,
shoppers.
you get that for 4,500?
No,
There's
K24.
there's no motor.
K24.
Keep going.
Oh, you know this car.
I've seen it.
Adam,
I've already been
You've
on.
been shopping, eh?
I've been on. Don't you worry.
I respect it.
what's yours?
For 10K?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
I
a
think
CRX.
you gotta do a cheap
Hey,
Mini
Patrick,
Cooper, honestly.
Do a CRX.
There's nothing I could build that's more fun for 10K than a cheap Mini Cooper with some suspension work.
Just
You'd be
Unlike
way
s-
under 10K with that.
And good tires.
Look at this guy's
and,
video.
Like, yeah, but then I would do like all the interior to make it like really comfortable, like a good seat.
This guy has a good seat, clearly.
Some fucking some audio. Oh no.
Just in case.
This guy had a good seat before he hit the median.
Oh, and he put a boost gauge, yo.
Yeah, can you get an old supercharged Mini for 10? Actually, I don't want
That was
headache.
2,500.
I don't want that headache.
That was 2,500
That's crazy.
for an 03. So supercharged. 5,500. Oh, wow. This one looks quite nice. Needs brakes.
Ooh, I'm getting some.
The door
pics.
is not black.
Oh Lord, I'm getting some pics from Luke here.
Is Luke sending us some stuff?
How do you always want to see this?
Adam, join me.
How can I?
Oh
send
no.
this?
How
That's
much
so
is that?
tempting.
52?
Rebuilt title.
22.
You can get it for $1,400, guarantee.
Jeez.
I love dark green paint.
I'll sell you
Know
my
what
Mini
it
for
is.
$4,000 for.
No. I just bought a second
Inflation.
S13. I need to relax with the car.
I'll sell it to you. Fine,
acquisitions.
3,000. You drive a hard bargain too.
I'll trade you for the shell I'm about to sell.
You're so quick to.
It's
extend
worth
that
so
hand.
much more than
See
that.
that hand?
This Mini
That
means
hand went
nothing
out.
to me and everything to me at the same time.
Okay, how can I get you some pics? Cause I've
Ooh.
got some.
Rich has got some spicy
Copy the
pics.
link and send it to Yusuf. Let's see what we got from SEMA.
I'm getting them by text.
Oh boy.
Do you want to plug in your computer?
Oh,
Luke, if you're
boy.
watching, send them a better
No.
method.
Or just slack him.
Hmm.
Slickety slack.
In the
Come on.
meantime, before we get to that, we have one more thing from Luke. He would like a personal take from everyone on the podcast about new cars with new aftermarket versus innovations on classic cars.
I feel like they're different depending on what you're going for. Because if I was to build, if I was financially comfortable and I was to build a daily driver, yeah, no shit, I want a 2024 car with Apple CarPlay, heated and cooled seats,
Really?
heated steering wheel,
You're
touchscreen
not financially comfortable.
No.
I've seen where you live. I've seen your.
I know where you live.
That's not his money though.
But that's the thing. I feel like to some extent, if it's a daily driver, and it's way easier to build a new car because let's say you're buying a 2006 Civic Type R versus a 2024 Civic Type R, which one's going to have better paint already? Which one's going to have less rust? Which one's not going to be
One thing
that?
I will say that's nice about working on brand new cars, when you go to bolt on mod,
It
everything
bolts
is still aligned.
Yeah.
When I go to bolt on mod on my 240, it needs a little.
But also,
You're
a lot of new
drilling
cars.
out like 5 bolts. Just like,
But
fuck.
also at the same
snapping
time,
studs off.
a lot of new cars do lose that sense of like soul and character, and everybody's.
That's what I was gonna. Get
I
to.
don't own a single car that if I gave you the keys, I don't have to give you a disclaimer. Oh, sometimes it does that, but it's okay.
Yeah, turn the fans on or this thing's blowing up.
But that's the thing. I kind of like that sense of will I make it or will I not make it on today's episode of Wheel of Fortune. But I like that feeling, you know what I mean? So for me, I would do an older car also because I literally can't afford any new car on the market today.
Yeah, if we're talking about just like aftermarket stuff in general, I think there's something to like about both. Like new innovation for newer cars is like cutting edge technology a lot of the time. Like
Yeah.
some of the stuff Holly is doing with like LS, like over the
Yeah.
counter tuning. Like you plug in their thing, you literally tell it what mods you've added to your LS, and it just builds you a tune. And then that thing is reading the tune all the time and remapping it and making it better as you drive it. Like that stuff is absolutely insane. But also innovation with classic cars like that. I think 90s cars and early 2000s are always going to be cooler, even like a lot of 80s stuff. I just like older cars. So if you are adding newer tech or newer than it was at the time tech to older cars, I'm always going to like that more. Like I can add
Look
the
at all of
heated
Busy's
seats.
builds.
I can add the heated
Yeah.
steering wheel. I can add the nice sound system. Like
Yeah.
there's something to be said for that. That said, if your old car is a heap, you can only polish a turd and put so much lipstick on a pig so far. You know? It's about the bones of the car.
Somebody said K-Swap Turbo 7G Civ. I know all of those mean separately in the comments on Facebook. About the GS, somebody said, looks like Yusuf's car as a GS.
Yeah.
You get a turbo swap K series at under 10K,
Honda people always say, yo, you can do it for $500, yo, I promise, yo.
and then you finish it and it's like a 15K build.
And then they sell it for $2,000 OBO and still nobody wants it.
Yeah.
But yeah, $10,000 build is actually hard these days, which is really crazy to think about.
It's like close to impossible. Modding a fucking Porsche for $300 is close to impossible.
Do you guys want to hear what I did for the Porsche?
Spent like 90% of the budget on some metal.
So I've straight piped the vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, I am straight piping it on Thursday when the parts come in. Those parts were $200.
That's insane.
I've purchased wheel spacers for it, which costed $100.
So that's your whole budget right
I
there.
have found a hardtop on Facebook Marketplace for no dollars. And
They're just giving it.
brother,
that
I'm the
hardtop.
king of Facebook. Don't worry about me.
Did you get it already?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's on the car.
And then I have rattle cans in my garage, which are also $0 because the hardtop was navy blue.
I mean, black is black though. That's the beauty of.
Not really. My
having-
car's brown.
It's brown.
Yeah, metallic brown.
What?
is it really?
Yeah.
It looks so black.
Yeah, I thought it was black.
Like very, very heavy pearl and flake. Like I did a quick paint correction on it this weekend, and it just turned out like brown. But I'm gonna do like just a quick Instagram reel series, whatever. Just that anybody can modify their car for very cheaply if you just really try. Because the issue is a lot of people. Okay, the real wheels versus fake wheels debate. The quote-unquote fake wheels argument is always, yeah, because I don't have $6,000 to spend on a set of wheels.
Who the fuck is spending $6,000 on wheels?
Exactly. Like, for example,
That's diabolical.
this is a
There's
crazy
a
one.
used market for a reason.
My brother has a set of work
LM1s.
Kwamis, 18 by 9 plus 30. Sorry, 17 by 9 plus 35 Kwamis on his 2002 Dodge Caravan. $350 on Facebook. They're authentic, all the stickers, all the whatever. Sure, they have a bit of rash and stuff like that, but I just showed you guys on JNC's website. Not
JNC, baby.
JNC's website. Shop 17-inch wheels. They're $300 for NJNC.
Like one wheel.
For a 17 by 8 plus 25. Let's put it in a normal.
Those look hot. Oh, price does not change.
$296, $300. You could have spent $50 more and you get a full set of real wheels. So that's where my issue with the real versus fake wheel debate is. It's not, fake wheels aren't a result of you not having enough money for real wheels. It's a result of you not knowing where to look for parts.
True.
Which is okay, and everybody does need to start somewhere. Everybody does need to learn. But it's when people defend them.
And you don't have to start with fucking RPF ones every fucking time.
Yeah, S2000 owners. Whoa.
Every time someone's like, "Yo, I finally bought real wheels."
RPF ones.
RPF ones.
It's
It's
the
And-
cheapest.
That was my son's first set of wheels.
really.
If you're building like a track car on a budget, hell yeah. RPF.
I feel like they're like overdone now. Like it's just like RPF ones are.
And I hate when people say I don't have real wheels because I want to track my car. It's even more reason to get real
Yeah.
wheels that are light and won't shatter.
Oh,
Oh, did you just get that from Luke?
yeah.
Can we get these on the screen?
Hold
Why are they
on.
being sent to the people that don't have control of the stream?
Wait, did you just pull up fucking AliExpress?
Are you not getting these, Yusuf?
No.
It's okay. I'm making a folder.
While he's making that folder, let's look at some wheels on AliExpress.
Yeah, are you checking your DMs? Your
Yes.
Slack DMs.
Okay, I want to find car wheels. So does anybody here need a set of wheels?
Damn.
By the way,
Give me those.
$200 for a pair, I would try it out.
What the? Wait. For a pair.
Are these
$200 still brand new.
What's the bolt pattern? Are they trying to be bends or
50112. They're forged apparently.
for good?
It has a certification. Look at this.
Damn. What are those NTO?
NTO 3RRs, yeah.
Yeah. Do they have any teehees? Teehees on there?
I don't know if you can just search Teehee.
Just search TE37 and see what actually comes up.
Probably stickers and like keychains for them.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We should buy a set of AliExpress wheels and do a YouTube video. Comment below if you want to see that.
Yeah. We could probably climb onto the top of the building and see
$218.
if we drop it. What the hell's on the barrel?
Maybe that's for a model car.
No, it isn't. 5x110. Okay, so for a Jaguar or Volvo. Oh, these are kind of sick. Volk Racing TE37s.
What the fuck is this?
I love AliExpress. You can really get anything from AliExpress if you really want.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy admits that they're a replica.
No, I couldn't tell.
Lightweight.
What does the sticker say? Oh, that's sick. Heidi Racing lightweight.
Damn.
Do you know what's crazy? You can't get Ling Long branded tires anymore. No longer a
They
thing.
changed
This is
names.
clearly
They
none of
changed
these are Ling
names.
Longs. But that's the thing. I want to get an authentic set of Ling Longs for any of my vehicles.
That's like saying I want shit, what was it? What was it? Maple syrup?
And
Aunt Jemima. Yeah.
I
sorry.
want authentic Aunt Jemima.
I want authentic Aunt Jemima maple syrup.
And canceled.
Nah.
Thank you, everybody. This is our last time on the air.
This is my last time being employed.
We should wrap it up soon, but let's wrap it up with some more SEMA vehicles.
Yeah,
Do
we
you have
gotta-
messages?
Did you guys
from
send them
you?
to me?
I sent you.
There's only 2 that I see.
I've got a Datsun pickup.
Okay, sick. Load that up.
Got a Cybertruck for
Brother, I'm not in the drive.
Antonio.
I'm not in the.
In Google Drive?
Cybertruck.
Oh, I'm not in the Google Drive. No.
Oh, you're not? Oh,
No.
Well, that's
Cybertruck.
good. Never
Yo.
mind. That doesn't work.
Okay.
Share the link.
I just got them through Slack. I didn't get any links.
What do
I'm
you
not
think?
in the shared drive, so I don't know.
I think Rich put them on G Drive though.
Yeah, but he's not on.
I'm not on the G Drive, dude.
You can still share a link though.
Yeah, send them
He
a
did
link.
not share me the link.
Oh, okay, hold on.
That was actually
moments later.
that was Rich's way of telling me that I'm no longer employed by.
You've had your
Performance Pro.
access revoked.
Sing us a song.
Do you want me to sing a
Sing
song?
us a song, you're the piano man.
Sing us
Yo,
a song.
do you think they would ever offer a Cybertruck painted?
Probably. Well, they offer them wrapped, I think.
No,
when they
I
all
don't-
start rusting on the outside, probably.
I don't think they offer it wrapped. I think it's just
I'm gonna be honest. I like the color of. I like the Cybertruck and the material that it is.
yeah, but then eventually it's gonna be like too common. Like you're gonna see,
So are Model 3s.
yeah, like the amount of black and white Model 3s I see every single day.
Guess what I drove to work today?
Black,
black
Model
Model
3. I parked right next to you, man.
It's common.
See if you can grab.
Okay, we have the Google Drive.
We could have just opened them from Slack on your computer.
I need access.
No, Julia Slacked you directly.
Oh, did you send me pictures?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, someone's not reading their DMs.
Oh, she sent me pictures. Yes.
Crazy.
Okay. Welcome to my Slack DMs with Julia.
That's a dually Cybertruck.
Whenever you see that notification pop up on your computer, like,
You're like, fuck.
not again. What did I do?
All right.
What's on the side
That
of
is a dually Cybertruck. And that
Our fingerprint.
Oh, shit.
sucks.
It's kind of sick.
I'm not about it.
Oh yeah.
Is it wide-bodied?
No, they all come with the flares.
Is it out there with the rest of the bro dozers? Oh, it sure is.
Hey. It's
Oh.
definitely been driven on.
Wait. Is it,
That's
what's
a
the center
tire
cap?
sticker,
Does the
barely
center-
driven.
Does the center cap match the?
Oh,
Carpet match the
JNC.
drapes.
JNC wheel.
By the way, imagine you let somebody in Alabama win the lottery.
Yeah, the rear flares are.
Do you know what's
insane.
crazy? In 20 years from now, this is how it's going to be sold for $15K OBO.
They were almost onto something with the like half livery there. They almost. Like I like the circuit board part.
Yeah.
They almost cooked.
This is going to be for sale 396,000 kilometers, never towed with, lived on my farm. That's how it's
Man.
going to be sold.
The rear over fenders look fucking sick.
I
So
like
what happens if you leave your Cybertruck in a trailer park?
Let's look at this little guy. I love him.
Oh, that's great.
Look how
What?
practical.
Is that a Suzuki on treads?
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Suzuki Carry.
Yeah, I mean,
No dump bed, though. Kind of disappointing.
on the pavement of Las Vegas, that definitely belongs there. That is weird. I like it. It looks fun.
He needs to lower it more.
I'd flip it. Yeah,
Ooh.
center of gravity is too high. We could flip that.
Have you ever flipped a car on him?
No.
Interesting. Have you ever flipped a car, Rich?
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Heard you?
Never.
No.
Well, you flipped your car into a barrel at the drift event.
Yeah, good times. Good fucking times.
So I did something when I took my BMW drifting at TMP. So when I was sideways, I was drifting. So you have the wall and then you have your car.
Yeah.
All you have to do is not put your car into it. And my car made the entire swoop and it didn't hit the wall. And I did it over and over again. And I was thinking, I'm like, imagine if I put the car a different place, it would have hit the wall. So that's what you need to think next time. When you're drifting, when you're driving next, just think like, okay, I'm not going to hit the wall, then you won't. It's
All
common
right,
sense.
you guys heard it here first. Next year, me and Yusuf are going to tandem. And
Yeah.
whoever crashes first loses.
Okay.
All right, sick.
We are going to tandem for $1,000 cash that Adam
No,
is putting
pink
up.
slip, Mini Cooper.
No.
no.
I love my Mini.
Did you hear that?
I love my Mini. I would like to show this video of
Do we
me
have any more
drifting my car not
previews
hitting
from
the wall.
SEMA, or is that the end of it?
That's what Julia sent me.
No, there should
all
be a
we got.
Datsun there too.
I want to see said Datsun. I'm always in for Datsuns.
She did not send it to me. She said, I'm not even there and I'm getting hate. Julia, you are getting hate even though you're not here.
These Genesis.
By the way, I
ones
won't
are
even
slow.
deny it. I want to show a video of me not hitting a wall on the podcast. Arjun, watch this.
No.
Watch this. Ready? See how I didn't hit the wall there? Wow. How about you?
Shut up, Yusuf.
It's so easy.
Too soon.
Rich, you got that Datsun? I want to see one last vehicle before we sign off.
Yep.
Did you
Send
send
it
it
to me?
over? Yeah, let's see
Damn,
this thing.
son. Let me see that.
We'll be following up again next week, so if you haven't had enough SEMA content, don't worry. We'll get there. Okay, Datsun pickup truck, big fan.
Is that a SR?
Hacko front end. Is that an
Is that a notch top?
Can you zoom in a little? No.
It
Yes.
looks like a notch top.
It looks like an
Holy.
S13
Go to
with
the
an
next.
S14
Valve.
mixed valve cover.
That's an S.
And
No, that's an
Or it's
S15
just
SR.
two painted. Yeah,
That's an
okay.
S15 head at least. The notch?
It could be S14.
Man.
Dude, it's an S15 notch top.
They're the same.
S15.
The valve cover is the same. That is pretty good. Wait, go back to the engine bay. I want to see
Yeah,
more.
I like the
Zoom in a little.
valve cover paint job, like the lowrider.
The
I like
America lowrider?
I like the very serviceable engine bay with the overflow can, the air intake, and everything. That's nice.
It's very easy.
That's cool. I respect any Datsun with an SR in it. Also, that's just sweet. Hacko front end on the Datsun pickup truck is always a classic.
If
I
you
will
were to
always
see
love
this
that.
car for sale on Facebook Marketplace today, how much do you think it would be?
Too much.
48,000.
Yeah,
how much do you
like
think this would actually sell
35
for?
plus.
How much do you think this would actually sell for today's market?
35 plus.
Yeah, 35 to 50.
I think it would sell for 32 max. Like, who's buying that?
It depends.
It's like, do you know how we got... Do you know how everybody says, oh, we want more wagons, stuff like that with new cars? You can walk into the Mercedes dealership and buy a brand new C43 AMG wagon today. How come nobody does it? 'Cause
That's
nobody
cool.
actually buys them.
Very true. Because they're only cool when you can't buy them anymore.
But here's the thing. In America, you can't buy them.
You can only get them in Canada.
Only in Canada.
Which?
The C43 wagon.
Really?
They never sold them in the US.
No shit.
Sorry, they stopped making them in 2020. Okay, they did just discontinue them, but you can get an AMG wagon. They're sick. They're reasonably priced too, by the way, on the used market.
Weren't the
27 grand.
63 wagons, weren't those like hella rare as well?
2023 E63.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about. It
The
almost
shooting
looks
brake?
like a minivan.
Yeah.
Oh, the R63.
I see those in King a lot.
Do
There's
they call
somebody
them
with a silver
shooting
one.
brakes or something like that?
No, shooting brake is a very specific
The R63
type
is...
of wagon.
Oh, what's it called? It's the SUV. Like, you can get an R350 Blue Tech if you want, kind of thing.
Oh man, we didn't show the Renault from Enios.
We don't have any pictures of it.
It was on the press release.
Yeah,
Okay, one last thing. Bring up the Enios
Yeah.
Renault.
Hold on.
This will be our final send off because
Okay.
we've been rolling for
The CIBC
damn
car.
near 2 hours.
This one? Got it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Look at that little guy.
Hell yeah, that rocks. Everything about that is sick.
That's sick. 10 out of 10.
A metal bodywork
It's like a
or fiberglass bodywork?
RWB meets a fucking Beetle.
It's not. It looks like a Citroen.
Clio.
It looks
The
like
Clio
the,
Cup,
yeah, it
yeah.
looks like a Clio Cup car.
And it's got patina on the roof, so it's all metal.
Oh.
It's freaking.
Is the bodywork metal?
Well,
if
you
it
could
is,
get,
that
like,
is
there was
It's all
another-
it's
impressive.
patina.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
like this.
I really, because it's so nice, but
look
it's
at
so
that.
beat up at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah,
even
that's
the-
what I liked about the very first RWB Porsche. It's like very cool looking, but also
A little
beat up.
rough.
Yeah.
little rough around the edges.
But rough around the edges, because patinas, there's a weird fine line Like a GMT
this is
800 that's
sick.
rusted out is not patina, it's ugly. But like something like this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is sick.
I like how they faked the patina on the wide body kit. If you look at like the rear overs,
Oh yeah.
and it's like right there.
It bleeds into it.
Yeah, they definitely faked it.
Oh
there,
yeah,
And
okay.
it looked,
I wonder if it's all faked.
I mean, it's tastefully done.
If it's
I
faked,
don't-
by the way,
I
they
don't
did a.
even hate if
I'm
it's
not
faked.
mad. Yeah, like they did a phenomenal job if they faked
Whoever
it.
built that, good on you.
I rate it. Perfect fitment too for like a
Chef's
street
kiss.
car like this.
And on that bombshell, we will end this week's episode there. We're going to follow up next week. We'll see some more after SEMA stuff. There's lots to go through this week. We're going to be following along. We got the team there. If you're at SEMA, go say hi to the boys. And other than that, we'll...
As per usual, on our Instagram at PASMAG, we're going to be doing Q&A for next week's
open up the
podcast.
questions for
Yeah.
next week. You got
Open
some
up the
questions or
questions.
some comments, or you just want to tell us to go...
We got a few questions. Yeah, we got a
F
few
ourselves.
questions from last week, but they were like pretty much repeats of the ones we answered last week. So feel free to ask us any questions, whether it be car related, mod related, SEMA, getting into car shows, getting into this industry, and everything far and few between. Feel free to ask us questions. We'll be monitoring them, and there will be a Q&A on the Instagram story sometime today. So
Also, wait, just to quickly follow up. So we started last episode with a fucking controversial question, our hot dog sandwiches. I got a lot of feedback on that. So can you guys explain why hot dogs are sandwiches?
I think
Really-
you're lying that you got feedback on it.
Nah, all my friends called me out. They said it was
All your
not-
friend?
Yeah, my
Your
wife.
friends are wrong. Your
That
friends are
voice
wrong.
in my head called me out. Yeah.
What's
makes
their argument for it not being a sandwich? I'm confused.
that the bun is connected? It's apparently one piece of bread.
I've had hot dogs without buns connected. Very
So
common.
a Subway sandwich bread is connected?
Is that not a sandwich?
Checkmate,
All right, so we're
haters.
all right. Sub.
Wait,
dog.
hold on. What does the internet say? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Google, please tell me. Yes, a hot dog. There you go.
All right, you
Suck it, haters.
haters.
It's okay. Question for next week: is ketchup a smoothie? And we will answer that at the beginning of next week's podcast.
That's it. We're out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
have friends.
Bada boom.
So, fun little tidbit about that whole podcast. Was I supposed to press record on this thing?
Yeah.
That wasn't in the instructions.